prevents excess acid production that can cause frequent heartburn, so we can enjoy ourselves.
Speaking of, time for our luau.
Aloha heartburn.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn with Prilosec OTC.
If possible, while taking Prilosec OTC, use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Where did I put that?
Pete's property manager just took an extended vacation. He needs a replacement before this becomes a cruel summer.
Oh, you wanted the lakefront for the 17th? How did this get double booked already?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medi-Share works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your healthcare. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
And K2.4 Charles Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
Jeffrey O'Brien alongside alongside Randy White. Keon Rose a little slow on bringing the music down. What the hell is going on? Hey, of course he'll tell us it didn't sound that way out there. So no, that's not true. I didn't push. I didn't push your audio far enough up. That's what. That's right. We're broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And now listen, today is National Fortune Cookie Day, but we are not observing it. I refuse because you don't get fortunes and fortune cookies anymore, and I'm mad about that. It's all these philosophical sayings and just stupid be good to people. Kiss my ass, give me a fortune, tell me what's going to happen to me tomorrow. You know what I mean? I just got a little fed up with the non-fortune cookies. You know, I had enough. So I saw this. I'm like, holy crap, why didn't you people lead with this? Today's National Hot Dog Day. You'd think that'd be the 4th of July, though, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Wouldn't that have made more sense? But I guess that's not the case. It turns out the biggest day of the year for fans of rodent, hare, and animal entrails is the 3rd Wednesday in July every year. And that's,
no kidding.
That's today. By the way, if you want to get some National Hot Dog Day deals, I don't know if we have any Nathan's famous locations around. They got to buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one for a nickel. Okay. Wiener Schnitzel. I know we got one in Tempe and maybe some other places. They're selling chili dogs for $1, but you have to buy 4. Have to.
What's this have to?
I know. Hot dog on a stick. I don't know if we have those. They got a buy one, get one deal, but it's only for turkey dogs. So just keep driving. Dog house. Do we have a dog house? I don't think we do. I've never seen one.
I thought we had something in Scottsdale, wasn't there? Wasn't it a dog house? Was that?
No,
or
I know
maybe
that-
that was a brat house.
Remember where the old Killer Burger was? They got a Coney hot dog place there. I don't know if they have any deals. We should probably check with Radio Ron on that. But Pilot, Flying J gas stations.
There you go.
They got a buy one, get one deal for reward members.
There you go. Right there.
If you're a Pilot, Flying J reward member,
Card carrying
something
member
has gone wrong with your life. I'm just going to leave it there. Anyway, so that's what's going on with that. Hello, everybody. Hope you had a good Taco Tuesday. Did anybody watch the All-Star game? No, me neither. Okay, moving on.
Good.
Seriously, meh. I mean, okay, so no. By the way, who did you bet on to win the MVP, Randy? I know you bet on it.
I didn't bet on the MVP.
Oh, I thought you did. What'd you bet on?
I bet on the American League winning, and they did. So.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
won.
Fish Tank. No. Wait. Ralph from Harmon Solar said National League, and he was very confident about it. And well, that should have been our first. This has not been a good 2022 for Ralph from Harmon Solar. Everything he has loved has died, sports wise.
Well, I don't know, because remember, being a Seattle Seahawks fan, he did come in, with all of his Los Angeles Rams gear that he had on, so that didn't go bad for him. Now, I will say,
doesn't count.
Parts of the building started to fall off when Russ Wilson was went over to the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
I saw parts of the building coming off at that point.
Yeah.
So, and they announced that their starting quarterback is that what's his name? He's a backup quarterback.
Drew Lock.
More parts of the building came raining down.
Yeah. So basically, Ralph will try to tell you, "Oh, this is my no." The teams you have officially declared are all falling apart. Your bet on the National League winning last night, no bueno. In fact, it's been 9 straight All-Star game wins for the American League. And let me tell you what that means. Nothing. Nobody cares.
But that was his reasoning was, well, they're due. They lost 8 in a row. There's no way.
Fish Tank said that, didn't it? I think it was Fish Tank got up on that, right? Oh no, he said it was me 4-4, and it was like 3-2, so he lost money too.
Yeah.
Why are you betting on exhibition games? Why? Why?
Well, I mean, I did.
1-800 next step. 1-800 next step.
But that's the only part that the Randy's bet is the only one I think that really makes sense, which is, are they going to win or lose? That's pick a winner.
I mean, you don't go into anything else out there. Like who's going to hit the first hit? I don't like those prop bets. Only, I guess, on Super Bowl Sunday would be the only prop bets that I would actually do.
Now, now they say today is the deadest sports day of the entire year.
Really?
And now, if this had been the deadest couple of weeks where nothing happened, let's say it was like that, then I could see you guys going out there and be like, all we've got is this, and putting down all these damn bets on the All-Star exhibition game, which means nothing to nobody or anything at all, except for Soto. It mattered a little bit to him, though, didn't it? Just a little bit to him, right? Just a little bit.
Just a bit. While you stick it to the Nats while you have the opportunity.
But in general, if it had been a 2-week dead period, oh my God, we probably would have had a 3-part series breaking down the first 3 innings. That's how bad things would have been. But as I've said on this show, we are not mere mortals like the other weenie shows that are like, oh, this is nothing happening. What are we going to talk about? What will we do? Oh, I got it. Favorite sports movies. Shut up. Come on, man. Be better.
Every summer of my whole life.
Be better. My God, that is a tired conversation. But no, here on the Daily Blender, we have a full show lined up for you guys. It's as if today never, happened. Never mattered. It never mattered that nothing happened because there's so much stuff to talk about. We keep running out of time to talk about it. Yes, we take left turns. Yes, oftentimes silliness ensues. But you know what? That's not our fault. It's the other show's problems. You know what I'm saying? The other shows, maybe you might want to be a little sillier. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree.
Win-win. Everybody wins. Just saying. Although there are some pale imitation shows of this show which have gone down in flames or just should be avoided at all costs.
Pale imitation shows.
Hey, we got a text line. You gonna read any texts? What? No, just it's sponsored. What do you mean? So you're going to say there's a text line, but you're not going to read the text. So what? You're just stealing money from a sponsor. Yeah.
It's a revenue stream.
Way to go, guys. You're this close to figuring out a good idea. Hey, look, Big George is on the text line. I will read said text. He is back. He says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. I enjoyed the show yesterday. I was driving back and forth from my dad's funeral to the reception afterwards, although I did not appreciate Jeffrey and Randy's comment about not wanting to hear my sob story for the Kasai Steakhouse essay assignment too soon. George, you should know better than of all people.
Yeah, come on, George. You're like one of the oldest listeners on the show.
You really
longest tenured listener.
Although, if you had a cool story about how you with your dad, it came out to a remote, and I didn't get to meet him, or some cool story about listening and stuff, well, then that's something. We're saying no sob stories because that's just too easy. It's not fair. Not all of us are lucky enough to have cancer like the Berg. Okay, not all of us are lucky enough to have just had their dad die. It just isn't fair to everybody else. We're trying to win a $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, George.
Is it like the last 3 days? Are we trying to outdo each other with Berg? Is that what we're trying to do here?
I think.
And Mr. Wilbur,
I think I might have won.
I think you did.
I think so too.
Damn!
Don't challenge me. He says, you guys may think I'm not listening to the show, but I'm always listening, either live or with the podcast.
Always working. Always working, Big George.
Here's the thing, George. You know we love you, but I'm going to tell you what you should know better, and what everybody who listens to this show should know better. If you're listening to the show, you should know better, but you should also know that we are going to make fun of anything and everything all the time, always. Mm-hmm. And so if you're laughing along with other people's miseries, but then we get to yours and now you're offended, you're incorrect. So ride the wave, my friend, ride the wave. And I hope everything went nice for your dad yesterday, George. We are sorry about the loss of your dad, a giant among men, even though he was not a giant like his sons. He was a heck of a guy. Let's see. Kiss the Cook says, does Tiger qualify for the adaptive U.S. Open? I think he should. How many pins do you have to have in your leg to qualify? Or is the adaptive something that
they have different classes. Yeah. They have
so this is not the
classes.
handicap open. This is something else?
The handicap open. Yes.
Oh, okay. It's not like the on the spectrum open or
no, but they have
like that.
Different classes, and I don't know if Tiger qualifies.
National championship for golfers with physical, visual, and intellectual impairments. It's the special friggin' Olympics for golf, Randy.
Yeah,
but it counts physically. No, don't you think his leg is jacked?
But they're going to look at his PGA Tour card and go no.
Yeah, Tiger's going to accept that when he's going up against people that they have those no.
He is that competitive.
Feet are missing. One entire leg up to the knee is gone. Things like guys in a golf cart. His special made golf cart has got one arm. He doesn't have his left arm, and he can't stand correctly, so he's got to swing with it. You mean Tiger's going to go out there and compete?
He's
against
that competitive,
people?
and I'll tell you why. He's got that same Michael Jordan sort of vibe. I
think so.
F them cripples. That's what he'd say. That's what he'd say. Just like Jordan said about them kids.
What is in the water, Keon?
Just saying.
Wow.
Came out of the gate swinging on this show.
Listen, Tiger should.
Somebody lit his fuse early and often.
Donnie says, am I allowed to win the Kasai gift card twice? No. 30-day rule, my friend. 30-day rule. So, besides, we're pretty sure with your education from what we've seen on your posts about Minnesota sports, I don't think you'd make 500 words. It's a 500 word or more, Donnie. And you can't just repeat Minnesota over and over again. You can't do it. Kiss the Cook says, yeah, Tiger versus Casey Martin. I'd watch. I'd watch. All right. So are we done talking about the All-Star?
Dear God, I hope so.
The All-Star boar. Except for there's one thing that happened. I'm sure you guys all saw the video. This guy needs to get banned from every single park in the country. This guy right here, you see him angling. He's got his ball out, trying to get it signed, and he's like knocking kids out of the way. It's supposed to be for the kids. They go down there and sign stuff for the kids, not for this guy who's trying to sell stuff on eBay, which I'm guessing. This guy is older than me, and he's elbowing kids, and he's knocking people all the way. I'm sure we've all seen the video out there, but I don't know who his jackhole is in the San Diego Padres hat, but he should be banned. Absolutely should be banned from this.
I said this years and years ago, and let me repeat it now because Major League Baseball needs to institute this. So somebody, if Commissioner Drunky Drunk is in town, prop him up next to the speaker so he can hear what I have to say. They should not allow adults into an autographed area. It should be for kids only. You want to grow this game? Get these buzzards, these jackals, the hell out of here, and let them go figure out a way to have to pay for an autograph if they want to sell it. But let the kids have access to these superstars. That's the way you'll grow interest in this game, and that's the way you'll get youth to come back and play baseball. Not people like this guy on the screen. If you can't see it, that guy right there. If I was on the other side and I was the guy who was looking for my autograph, I would avoid him at all costs.
Guess what he did there, right there? That was when Kate Upton was standing there next to Justin Verlander, and he's just trying to help out the kids, ignoring him, by the way. And then that kid that is right next to his arm, the kid took exception, like, hey, get off me. And then he kind of elbowed him. So this guy should be up on charges for child abuse, simple assault.
People like that should not be down. There should be cordoned off areas, and the stadium should provide this. Major League Baseball should provide this just to let the kids out there to have access to these superstars. These guys, a lot of these guys will stand there for hours. Well, not hours, but they'll stand there for a long time, and they will sign autographs. But then you get these monkeys in there that just need to climb all over the kids and try to work their way to the front. Get the hell out of here. Throw that bum out.
They need security there. Nope, too old. Go back. Maybe if you're cool, he'll sign it on the way out of the parking lot. But yeah, this should be for the kids. I agree 100%.
Especially at an all-star event. Like, let's just be honest about it. The all-star game is designed in a lot of ways to cater to kids. I mean, a damn home run derby like that. This stuff is to try and get kids excited about the game. And I agree with Randy. You got a guy over there elbowing children out of the way. It doesn't help anybody. And honestly, that whole market that's just, we're selling stuff on eBay and we're going to try and get a signature and flip it for $5,000. It's a drain on sports, not just baseball.
Fed Fan says, shoot, I would just pay my nephew's son to get the signature for me. Well, that's kind of dirty too, but
it makes more sense.
Yeah, that it would be less annoying than the alternative. Swuzman says, on the Tiger handicap topic, Swuzman, we were kidding. Like most of the last 15 minutes. Good God, there was no topic. It was just a
joke.
Whimsy.
It was a really long joke.
It was a whimsy. He says, was Evel Knievel considered a handicapped stunt motorcycle guy? He had more injuries than any human being I ever heard of. Tiger will retire before he takes any advantages over other players. Some of these will be jokes. Just try to keep that in mind. Boomer Sooner says, good day, Jeffrey, Randy, Keon, Blender Nation. About 108 in Anthem. Nobody cares what it is in Anthem, Boomer Sooner. Nobody cares. Stop telling us the weather in Anthem.
Just let him have it.
There's 9 people who live up there and only one that matters.
There's more than 9 in Anthem.
Really? Did it grow?
Have you been by there?
I used to have an old guy listener, his big mountain of a man, an old guy, and he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I was working on the truck and I had it up on the jacks and I took off the wheels of drum brakes on an older truck and I took the drum off and out of there fell a million baby scorpions and they were all in my beard and I couldn't get them out. And the wife was screaming, cut off your beard. And he's like, no, I'm going to take the pain. I'm like, but those are the worst kind. That's kind of that I associate Anthem with. So what you're telling me is in the last 20 years, it's changed.
Oh yeah. It's a beautiful community up there. Beautiful.
Like you probably don't notice as you fly through Anthem. So you're not exactly looking
you
at
guys
this.
you don't get to see Anthem. You just go by on the highway at 75 or if it's Jeffrey 95.
Right.
You don't see Daisy Mountain. You don't see Anthem. You don't see any
Isn't
of
there
that
like a
stuff.
pie shop on the way through there, or is that?
Oh yeah,
farther
but
up?
that's in Black Canyon City.
Oh, okay. See, that's where it matters.
That's up there at the Hogs and Heat. That what is that? What is that place? I can't think of it right off the top
Hogs
of my
and Heat?
pointy head. Yeah, it's every Friday night. A lot of bikers go there, and they call it Hogs and Heat. But you stop
in
by
heat
there
or and heat.
in heat, Hogs in
Memo
heat.
to self. Avoid that.
Yeah, but you go there. They got the great pies and everything. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, love it.
Boomer Sooner says, "Can I have an ice cold beer, please, Randy?" And just checking in, did my entry for the contest get through? Yes, it did. We have a couple of entries now in for the 500 words or more essay contest to win the $100 gift certificate to or gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. Deadline is tomorrow. End of show. So if you're procrastinating, if you're being lazy, if you're not getting it done, well, you better get it done because no late entries will be accepted. It has begun. Boomer Sooner
Mm.
had a shorter essay. Another guy had a extremely long essay. It's about quality, not necessary quantity, except for the fact you better make sure it's 500 words or more. Kiss the Cook says, I think I knew who that guy is. I had a run-in with him at a Padres spring practice. Same freaking thing. He cut off several kids and I yelled to BTFU. Isn't that a band from Korea?
No, I don't think it's Korea. I think that's Sweden.
The band from Korea is BTS.
BTS. Back the. Excellent. Fed Fan says, does Jeffrey think that every city in Arizona is just full of rednecks? Not every. Okay, here's the list. Apache Junction, Buckeye, Queen Creek. Used to be Anthem, but I guess now it's been gentrified. I guess. Is that the right word? Is that the right word?
Well, I don't know.
When it's a bunch of redneck white people? Is it the same thing to gentrify?
I don't know. Actually.
Yeah, bunch of damn preppies up there now. Kiss the Cook says, great, Hogs and Heat. Or even better, making bacon. Ooh, that's what they should call it, making bacon. Are you going, Randy?
Where?
Hogs and Heat?
Oh, I've been there several times. Rock Springs Cafe. Rock Springs.
Is that where
Cafe.
they make the pie? I think that's where the pie is. That's where the pie is.
That's the pies. Yeah.
Well, next time you're up there, tell them, let's call this thing making bacon.
Ooh, I don't think so. Nah.
I'm making bacon. Every weekend I'm making bacon. And whatever's left over, because I get looks if I eat too much, it goes into breakfast burritos later in the week.
I got to tell you, Miss Kim and I were coming home from a little weekend trip one time. We stopped in there to get a slice of pie. You can't hardly get into the place. You can't hardly get into the damn thing.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember we were lucky to get a table, and my wife and I went in there. Kiss the Cook says Gila Bend and Ajo. Okay, first off, yes, Gila Bend. Ajo, no, that's I don't find that to be a little redneck town. I think that's just a little mining town from a million years ago. I didn't see a whole lot of rednecks down there. So I saw a lot of Border Patrol agents. I did see that. Boomer Sooner says, couldn't we say the same thing about Queen Creek? Yes. I just said it.
When you listed it, Queen Creek was like the first thing you said. Yeah.
Yes, because I live here amongst you know, that's one of the things. You walk out on your back porch sometimes, and if you live near a bakery, I can smell them making the bread. And if you live near orange groves, you're like, ooh, the orange blossoms are out. But in Queen Creek, you walk out in your backyard, take a whiff, and you're like, ooh, the chewing tobacco is flowing tonight, isn't it? You can smell, and you're like, you're hoping that maybe somebody gets that wintergreen. A little nice minty
winter
smell would be nice in this horrible backwater, stupid redneck town I happen to live in.
Why do you live there?
The house was really cheap. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about one more thing that has to do with baseball. We're not going to talk about the All-Star game. We are going to talk about where do you like to sit when you watch a baseball game. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Houston's Justin Verlander leads all major league pitchers with 12 wins and a 1.89 ERA. He's a plus 250 bet to win the American League Cy Young. Milwaukee's Corbin Burns is a plus $700 bet to win the National League Cy Young Award. He's third in the league in strikeouts with 144 and is tied for the lead with 14 quality starts and is second in the league with a 2.14 ERA. The baseball regular season resumes tomorrow with the Rangers visiting the Marlins, the A's hosting the Tigers for a doubleheader, the Yankees at Houston for 2, and the Dodgers hosting the Giants. The Yankees and Dodgers are the favorite to win the World Series at plus 400. The Astros plus 500, while the Mets are plus 700 bet. Red Hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. Save 75% on any best bet package with the promo code ACTION75. That's ACTION75 at experts.winnersandwhiners.com. I'm Chuck Sanders on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
On July 1st, 2022, CRC Broadcasting Company, licensee of KFNN AM 1510 kilohertz, Mesa, Arizona, K24EU at 95.9 megahertz, Tempe, Arizona, K287BX 105.3 megahertz, Mesa, Arizona, and KQFN 1580 kilohertz, Tempe, Arizona, filed an application with the Federal Communications Commission for assignment of licenses. Members of the public wishing to view this application or obtain information on how to file comments and petitions on the application can visit publicfiles.fcc.gov and search KFNN or KQFN's public file.
Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. For this month only, get a $20 bonus card for every $100 gift card you purchase. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better and more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create food, fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. Enjoy a memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's the perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, and signature cocktails. Now through July, get your $100 gift card and $20 bonus card. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. Christmas in July is back at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Baseball is in full swing.
See you later!
And we've got the grand old game covered like an infield tarp.
How about that?
Who's hot, who's not. We've got the latest news, score, highlights, and info from around the league all season long.
It's a camper and it'll go all the way to the wall.
We are your MLB hookup.
Looking up and it's gone a home run.
Get all the games you can handle on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I had a feeling this might happen, Randy. I was actually thinking it, and then I look up and here's Big George with a big old lawyer erection. He says, Randy, I love your legal ID readings. When you say 1580 kilohertz, my radio nerd radar goes way off.
Yeah. Beep. Well, thank you for the compliment, Big George. I appreciate it.
So now he is legally, emotionally erect. Kiss the Cook says, the only thing I know about Queen Creek is Saturday night is bath night. Yeah, every month or so. 888-368-1580. All right, so we're not going to talk about the baseball all-star game because who gives a crap? What matters is just, baseball is, when they start playing again? When do the games start up again? Saturday?
I think tonight.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
tonight, I think. I'll have to look at the schedule.
For some reason, I thought
I
it
think
was, okay.
some teams return tonight.
All right. Well, so if you're watching games, Randy, and where do you like to sit? Where's your favorite place?
You mean at
to
the
sit?
stadium?
Or your couch at home is fine too. But I mean, where's your favorite place to sit watching a baseball game?
Well, if I'm at the stadium, of course, I need to have the luxury box.
Luxury box. So those are higher up, though, aren't they?
No, they are at a premium place where you can see the entire field, and you're close enough that you can hear the crack of the bat. You can see what's going on and still enjoy the nice little things. But if I'm there and I'm not in a luxury box, I kind of like down the third base line,
right,
behind the dugout, about 20 rows up or so. At least at Chase, that's a good seat, or down the left field line a bit farther, like even with third base. That's where I like to sit. I like to, because you can see the game, you can see what's going on, you get to see everything happening.
Keon, while the Washington Nationals are disappointing you by having only one star player and nobody else on the team, and now they've managed to piss him off, where do you like to sit watching a baseball game?
Well, at the stadium, I like behind the plate. You know,
behind the plate, like those people you see sitting there watching right behind the plate, like behind the little plexiglass thing.
Well, it's usually netting there, but I like to sit there just because you can see the whole field in front of you. You get a kind of close up of the batter, and what they're doing, especially if you've got a really good pitcher.
It's not netting if you're sitting right behind the plate at field level. That's plexiglass.
Is it plexiglass?
Is it, Randy? I thought it was just
No.
every time I looked, I thought there was a piece of plexiglass there to keep him from being murdered.
No, no, it's open. You either have you have netting in front of you. Sometimes at some stadiums they'll have plexiglass instead of a wall to give you a
plexiglass.
But no,
well,
generally it's just netting in front of you.
So I stand corrected. So Keon, you want to sit down there, or do you sit further up? How many rows back?
A few rows back, like maybe at the back of that section, so that you're still elevated enough you can see what's going on. But I like to be close enough because I like to just see, the pitches coming in, especially if you've got a great pitcher on the mound, you can see, the velocity, and when some of these batters, get on top of the baseball, you can kind of see their technique on that stuff too. So I like to watch that. And then, if I'm at home, just chill out on the couch.
Yeah.
At home, I'm in my chair.
No better view than a TV screen.
Yeah.
But I like it. And when I was a kid, I went to a Cubs preseason game at Holcomb Park, and I saw a different Mookie play. And I saw the great Harry Carey sing, during the seventh inning stretch. And we sat right off the first baseline, but just a little bit over. And, this kindly old gentleman who took me said, well, the reason I like to sit here is if you sit right on the first baseline, a lot of people try to get tickets. I want to be right on the first baseline, by the bag. He's like, well, sometimes you can't see what's going on down the line if you're down here closer to the field. So if you just go off a little bit, you see everything, kid. And ever since then, that's where I'd like to sit whenever I have the opportunity, is right there, towards the wall a little bit off the first baseline, just where you can see everything. I get what you're saying. You want to see how the batting's going. I know, but I want to see it all. I don't want to be so far away, but if I'm going to be close, that's where I want to be, and really there's lots of great seats, at a baseball stadium. But most people agree with you, Randy. Right behind the dugout was 28% of the vote. Somebody did a survey on this, and couch was second place. Keon's was behind the home plate was 21%. Your first pick, we actually club level, was 11%, Randy. Out in the bleachers, where the real fans are, they say 6%. Watching at a sports bar with friends was only 4%. I was surprised at that. And then, of course, way up in the upper deck, 3%. So I guess at a Diamondbacks game, in the pool has to rank in there somewhere, you know. Boomer Sooner says, so Jeffrey, what you're saying is you want to be right in that prime spot to get hit by a line drive foul ball. The difference is my phone will be in my pocket, I'll be okay.
It's funny how that works, isn't it?
Hey, by the way, Mattress Mac is at it again.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Mattress Mac has put down a $2 million bet on the Astros to win the World Series.
It's like he's learned nothing.
$10.5 million if he wins. It was plus 553 odds on the wager. Yeah. Okay, Mac, whatever.
My thing of this in the Houston area specifically, I mean, think about what kind of you could do with just half of that. Take $1 million and bet $1 million if you want to, but take the other $1 million and give it to something good. Use it for good instead of betting. But hey, it's his life, his money,
Somebody
whatever.
once told us that he also gives money to the homeless people in the community, stuff like that. He does do some charity work as well. So. And it might have been Keon, but I wish Keon was here. He could tell us.
I forget which hurricane it was.
I miss Keon a little bit, Randy. Do you miss Keon?
I miss Keon.
I'm still here though.
Oh, there's Keon.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I know during the hurricane that hit Houston, he opened up his mattress store and opened up spaces for people to go when the mega church wouldn't. So
Yeah. Come on in. Just don't take the plastic off the mattresses.
Yeah.
You filthy people. Just come on in. Close the door behind you.
Boy, they really got after that guy though in Houston in that mega church pastor.
As they should.
What an ass.
Oh my God.
Oops. Suddenly the doors flew open.
Mm-hmm. So, $10 million if he wins, and whatever promotions for furniture if he doesn't.
Listen,
I'm bored with Mattress Mac, to be honest.
The way the Houston Astros are playing, Jeffrey, I've got them going to the World Series. I mean, I think they have a better team overall, all around, than the New York Yankees.
10 games up on the next closest division foe.
And they are the Yankees' closest competition right now. And the Yankees going into the break weren't playing that good of baseball. So we'll have to wait and see how the dog days of summer play out for them.
You don't. You know why? This cinches it. The Astros were not going to make it and win because Mattress Mac has a bad history. He's a jinx if there ever was. He lost Super Bowls, World Series, college football playoff, Kentucky Derby, March Madness. He's on a hell of a big time losing streak. So if you're trying to, follow along Mattress Mac with your money, the word is fade.
Okay.
Just if the Astros make it to the World Series, I will bet against them because that is how you win money.
Well, we just hate that they're a bunch of damn cheaters. Mm-hmm. Even though most of those cheaters are probably off the team and somewhere else now, still, you trash bang.
I think there's
cheaters.
Only 2 or 3 guys on the team that remain there from the original cheater squad. So.
Don't care. You trash banging cheaters. That's what you are. Hey, Randy,
hey, Jeffrey,
are going to have a NASCAR race on the streets of Chicago.
How about that?
That's a bad idea.
I can't wait to hear why it's a bad idea. Go ahead. Please tell me.
There's a lot of violence in Chicago.
There is. Yeah.
A lot of murders, a lot of gunfires.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, well, let's take this race to the streets because that's a safe idea,
Yeah, and not too far from where they're going to be racing in downtown Chicago. There's one in Joliet, Illinois. That's been a good racetrack for many years called the Chicagoland Speedway.
Now, listen, if they're going to have a street race in Chicago, you're going to have to put another seat in there. Someone's got to ride shotgun with an actual shotgun.
Can you imagine? Like on those up armored Humvees, some guy on the top with a 50 caliber.
Yeah, I can because Chicago's a dangerous damn place, man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're trying to prove. I don't know what
the MRN broadcast is like. That's right. Over here on turn 3, there's been another carjacking. Yep, that's right. Kyle Busch has been relieved of his car and his shoes. He is wandering shoeless off the track.
Yeah.
Is that what we want?
I don't think that's what.
But now that I've said it and thought about it, yes, I kind of do.
Feels a little Mad Max, but all right.
Why do they want to do all these street races? I mean,
they are trying to appeal to a younger generation that doesn't like watching the cars go round and round and round. And so they're adding more road courses over the last couple of years. They've added more road courses, and now they have a street course. It would not surprise me to see them add Miami, where the Formula One cars were that street course into the 2024 schedule, maybe the 2023 schedule. Since the road course is already there and already exists and all the infrastructure is there, why not? That's what they're trying to do. I don't get it with these big, heavy cars, why they want to do a road course. It just does not, it does nothing for me. It does absolutely nothing for me.
Watermelon says he saw something about the race. I guess it's going to be a shootout style race. Last Optimist says, how many speed holes do you think those NASCARs will end the race with? How many will register a DQ?
Speed holes.
What does a bullet hole do to a NASCAR?
Oh, go right through it.
Yeah, because those aren't like actual metal, right? They're like carbon
mostly
fiber?
carbon fiber. There's
Right.
some metal on them. They have a steel infrastructure, steel roll cage infrastructure, but there's not a whole lot to them. I know, fortunately, the fuel tank is a self-healing fuel tank. So if they were to be shot in the fuel tank, at least there's that. So
it'd explode. Don't kid yourself. Can carbon fiber take a bullet?
Depends, but this is not heavy carbon fiber. This is made to disintegrate in case of an accident, or in some cases they've beefed it up so that the car doesn't buckle. It won't fold up or wrinkle. It tries to hold its shape, but against a gun, I don't know.
Something they might want to test before they do Chicago. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
all right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we got a little golf, we got soccer, we got some stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See, we didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
For the latest in the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelch and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940 or online, lundmortgage.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to selectquote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
Select Quote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
So, what's your favorite thing about sports? The excitement, the action, or the 5-meat pizza and the 6-pack? Bingo.
That's what we thought.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Kyle G says, I'd like that street race instead of the NASCARs. Maybe they race souped up sedans. You know, like how fast could a Civic or a Corolla go? With the NASCAR drivers.
Well, I mean, it's like the X Games, man. Don't they have that already? They have like these little cars, these little tiny cars, like the Honda Civics and things like that, the Subarus that they already race on street courses. I don't know. But see, the fact is NASCAR is not going to come out with a whole different set of rules and cars for a street race. It is the cars that race on the ovals, so you're just going to have to deal with that. That's just what it is.
Kiss the Cook says, it's cool they're adding a road course race in Chicago. What I'm waiting for is a NASCAR Baja 500 race.
No.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Randy.
Yeah.
If I went and bought a car,
mm-hmm.
you know, a road off-road racer, you know, would you be my navigator?
Heck yeah, I would. Kidding me?
You trust me enough to drive and run races with you, and you could just be the navigator.
Yeah, man.
You know how that works, Keon? Have you ever watched those rally courses? What happens is you drive it, and then Randy would sit there and he would mark where all the turns are, the bumps are, and so he would know. It's like, all right, coming up, you've got a hard bump left. Hairpin right, and that way the guy driving doesn't have to think about it. He just has to do it. And the navigator is a very important role.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to be the driver because I get car sick if I don't drive, especially in a course like that. So, Randy, if you would actually be the navigator for me, I think we could win some races, man.
Oh, I bet we would. Yeah.
And
especially in the senior citizen class.
Only one of us has to be sober.
Exactly.
It'd be you, but one of us. Well, he's going to be telling me what to do. I mean, somebody's got to be straight. Thunder Snow says, hell yeah, Cannonball Run. Well, that's a different thing. That's a different kind of race, which really, these days, I don't know. The luster has, that was a cool race back when it was 55 miles an hour over there, right? And now it's like 75 miles an hour. You can go up to 83 and nobody's even going to bother you.
Well, that's the one that everybody knows about. But there are other ones where these guys, they have high-tech gear, GPS, all that sort of thing. So they know where law enforcement is. And they have extra gas tanks, so they don't have to stop for anything. And they go and they run full out. And I actually saw one of those cars on the highway one day.
Can you get me a flyer? You say nobody knows about it. I don't know where to find it.
Well, I don't. It's kind of like Fight Club. I don't think they give out the details.
Well, if anybody out there is listening as part of those races, let me know. Kiss the Cook says, when's the NASCAR Death Race 2000? Oh, that was like 22 years ago, man. It's already happened. You missed it. Last Optimist says there are unmodified classes for Le Mans, some with money restrictions for total cost of vehicle.
Yeah, it's a more stock class. Yeah, what they call what NASCAR is stock cars, but they're so far away from stock cars anymore. These are specialized, specially built racing cars. But the ones at Le Mans, in the Le Mans class, they do have like stock cars. You can go buy like, for example, like I think it's a Porsche 944. You put some safety devices in it, but you run it just basically the way it is.
Hey, you want to see a picture of a guy getting fired? Don't worry, Keon. It's not you.
Is it me?
That guy. So I know a lot of you are listening on the radio. What I'm holding up is a picture of a cameraman who wandered out onto the track during the World Athletics Championships during the steeplechase. He was filming like another event, some ladies' event off to the side. So he's just like, this looks like a good place. I'll just stand right here and I'll videotape. Completely unaware that a race was coming up behind him. Now, luckily, nobody got hurt. Nobody fell over. Nobody twisted a leg, but it spread out the field. It made the race weird. So that guy right there, they should do Want to Get Away, because that guy right there.
I bet he was startled when everybody went by him.
He's got, hey, I'm filming here. Come on, guys.
Do you? Oh, jeez.
And he's just sitting there and just completely.
I saw the video. He didn't even,
unaware.
He didn't even make that strong of an effort to get out of the way once he realized what was happening.
It's a good thing he didn't, because that was the thing that they were worried about. A guy, Soufiane no, that's the guy who won. Where somebody was saying, Evan Yeager, the guy who was running for the United States, says, I was a little worried he was going to dart one way or the other, right at the last second. But thankfully, he didn't even know we were there. So we all passed him. So it's like, oh, excuse me. And then he would have knocked some people over. So the fact he was just completely unfazed, and obviously, I don't know if he was deaf or he's wearing a headset in the picture. I think he's got a headset on.
Yeah, that's a veteran camera operator right there. That's a veteran cameraman.
Well, no, I'm sure he'll find work elsewhere.
Generally, these guys are, independent contractors anyway. So he's probably already working a new gig and really getting the business from the next crew.
That is, that is sad. That is sad.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin says, Randy, have they ever raced the opposite way? Is it even possible?
You mean go the counterclockwise?
Yeah, I think they should. I think it's possible that they all go right instead of left. Just go the other way.
Well, if you're talking about an oval, I don't believe they have. And the cars have been set up to go and turn left. It's not been set to turn right. On a road course, I don't think there's any. I don't know if it's counterclockwise or clockwise. I don't think it doesn't really matter. As a matter of fact, I think some of these road courses, it's counterclockwise. If you look at it, I think Road America might be. But no, as far as an oval goes, I've never heard of NASCAR going counterclockwise. It's always been they go and turn left.
There you go, Shooter. 888-368-1580. Oh, okay. So while that guy got fired.
Maybe that is counterclockwise. I haven't heard of them going clockwise. They don't go right. They go left.
Yeah. They always go counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Arizona Super Bowl host committee is looking for 5,000 people to ahead of the big game to work for free.
Yeah. Ooh, for free.
Volunteers. They want 5,000 volunteers. Hey, but listen, you get a hat.
Okay.
You get a polo shirt and a jacket.
Oh,
what?
Now you're thinking, oh, this is gonna be awesome.
The heck up.
I get Super Bowl stuff. Yeah, if you don't mind that it says event on it, or staff. 5,000 volunteers. That's right. And there'll be background checks, and you have to be 18 years old, and you have to go through a full formal application process. Oh boy, I made it. I get to work for free.
I really thought it was an unfair
Lucky
deal.
me.
But then they tossed in the jacket, and that changed everything.
The jacket, in a state where you can only wear one for a couple of days out of the year.
Yeah. And it's not usually on Super Bowl Sunday.
Please tell me it's a members only jacket.
It's like 80 degrees on Super Bowl Sunday.
Were you a member, Randy?
Of what?
Members only jackets?
Oh no, I never had. No,
I had one.
No.
My mom handed me one in 8th grade, and I was like, all right, this is a boring looking jacket, but all right, it's kind of a cool day. I usually never wore a jacket here in Arizona. So I get to school and I'm like, nobody else is wearing this jacket. I'm like, Mom said this was really a popular jacket. And I look over, that teacher's got one. That teacher's got one. I'm like, I do not want to be in this club. And I never wore it again. You do not want to be in that club. So, all right. So if you are bored and want to work for free for the Super Bowl, look it up. I don't have a link.
You're also asking 5,000 people to work for free who would love football enough to work for free, but can't watch the game that they love. So I don't
Another good
understand.
point.
You can't watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, really, Fed fan? She says, I love volunteering. I'm going to sign up. I'm not a stuffy elitist like Jeffrey. So what you're saying is you don't want to watch the game, Fed fan. Yeah. What about all the people? That's the problem with this thing. You're volunteering, but you'll never get to see the game.
Oh, you'll get to see it eventually. You go home and you'll find it somewhere.
You'll see the highlights of everybody who
It's
got to see it
It's going
live.
to be replayed at least 7 times on the NFL Network. So
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Especially when you know the result. Because you're going to hear about it before you get home.
You know, it's funny that they're doing that because I know a lot of guys, having worked in television and video production. I know a lot of guys around Super Bowl time. You cannot find people to do other video jobs around this city because everybody is involved in the task that's going on for Super Bowl week.
Right, because
I mean,
there's so many cameras.
Well, there's cameras. There's also the sets for the NFL Network. Then you've got ESPN that's out there. So there's guys working on that set. You got guys that are doing graphic design work. You got your people that work in the trucks usually that are doing the other sporting events. They're locked in, working on all the stuff that's going on at NBC or whoever has it this year, Fox or
Bunch
whatever.
of people shooting B-roll.
And you got camera guys that are involved. It's just it's a lockdown event. That the whole
They
week.
are getting paid though.
Yeah, they're getting paid. Oh yeah, they're getting their rate.
The
Yes,
host
they are.
committee is looking for 5,000 people. And here's the thing: it's not all at the stadium. It's not all at State Farm.
No.
It says to work at airports, hotels, and other events. You
Uh-huh.
might not even be anywhere near the actual action.
That stinks. Like if you wanted to work that event to be like, yeah, I was there. Sure, I didn't get to see it, but I was
Yeah.
in the building when
Yeah.
whatever crazy thing happened in that game.
I got
And they
my
had you-
jacket says event. Well, what was the event? Oh, doesn't say on it.
I was at the hotel. I
Oh.
don't know.
Yeah, I'll pass. But Fed fan, you go, girl. You go. And I can't wait to see a picture of you with your polo shirt, your jacket, and your hat. God bless you.
Event.
You know, volunteering is to you help people. You know what I'm saying? You help people. You volunteer to do something, or at least you get to be a part of something where you're like, okay, I'm experiencing this. This at least is worth that. But do I really want to stand there at the Hyatt? You know, can I help you with that? You know, I'm part of the Super Bowl event staff.
I can't understand what they need them at the airport for.
I don't know why they need them in hotels. You know,
it's crazy.
So yeah. I
Maybe
don't know
you're
if
like a
that's-
shuttle driver from the hotel to the stadium.
Yeah. Well, if I'm driving, I'm getting paid. Okay.
Can't have people drive for free. That's just
Is that who you want? Is an unpaid person? Be like, we're gonna take a shortcut. No, we're not. I'm getting out right here. Kyle G says, I've always felt bad for the security people at NFL games. They have to stand with their backs to the game. Premium job is the chain holders, right? You're just standing there holding the chain. You're like, oh my God. Like, okay, we'll walk over here. You know, those guys.
The chain
yes,
gang? No way.
They get to
No.
watch the game. You guys stand there and watch the crowd, and you hear stuff happening. And you're like, God, I hate my life. That's all they're thinking. They're not. All right, I got to keep an eye on that guy right there. Oh, that girl over there, she's got a problem. Oh, that's going to be a fight. No, they're just like, I wish I were anywhere but here right now. And they just try to look busy. Remember that guy at the Chargers game who had some baggy pants on and was playing a little pocket pool there, you know, when the cheerleaders came out?
Yep.
And they
remember that.
Yeah. He
remember that.
I don't know if he was arrested, but he was certainly fired.
As he should have been. That's creepy and strange.
But it does go.
This story.
But he
You
does
guys need
go.
to fill me in.
He does go to the thing. I don't condone this, but I understand it. Because how bored would you be the entire time just watching a stupid crowd? No, that guy was a perv. I'm not talking about him. Lacrosse guy says, yeah, the NFL makes billions and they want volunteers. Exactly the number I was thinking, lacrosse guy. Big George says, hey, how do you become one of them chain guys at the NFL games? If they make you, they make 6 figures doing nothing, I'll do it. Hey, I think they get to watch the game. All right, we must take break. When we come back, we've got a little this and that, and then we got a ton of NFL. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
In the wee hours of the night, when everyone else is fast asleep, you're the one on third shift, burning the midnight oil. When a part fails and everything comes to a grinding halt, regardless of what the clock on the wall says, you leap into action. Grainger is with you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support by phone or click to chat. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PARK for a $5 bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PARK for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code PARK.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Still can't get over the Arizona Super Bowl committee trying to get 5,000 volunteers, to help out and not get paid. But you get
When does it come to
Sweet Jacket.
When does it go back to Glendale?
This year.
Is it this year? Huh?
Yeah. Chief
Wow.
Skull says, I refuse to be part of a chain gang at an NFL game for reasons of getting plowed over. Well, that you could make money off that. I would imagine if you get plowed over by some player and injured, oh man, that's probably you're going to get some money off that, aren't you? I would imagine that they'd settle a higher rate of money for that, or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but make sure it's a pro game, because you get run over working on the chain gang of a college game, and they're not likely to give you anything.
Yeah. Fish Tank says, isn't the unemployment rate pretty bad? No, it's hard to find people these days. Fish Tank, what do you? That's gonna make it harder to find volunteers. Gonna be like it's gonna be like going into a casino. There's nothing but old people everywhere. wearing diapers and sadness. Cabana says, I worked 3 big games. I worked with players in NFL experience play areas. I have hats and windbreakers if it rains. Polo for radio now. So he actually shows all his gear that he did there. Or one of them just says staff at the Home Depot. Why would the NFL put you at the Home Depot, Cabana? How many days and how many hours did you have to do things? Hey, listen, if you want to volunteer, hats off to you. Good for you. Well, I'll tell you what. I just don't see the reward here. Unless you're bored and you love people.
No, some people just like Fed Fan. They just love to volunteer. They love to go out, be a part of the excitement, part of the process. Good for them.
You know how pissed I'm going to be if they get 5,000 people to come out and help football. You can't get 500 people to come out and help the homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't.
You know what's going to happen.
You can't get people to come out and help in substantive ways. People who are sick, hungry, naked, tired, whatever. But boy, by God, the NFL comes to town. I'll work for free. Come on, man. Big George says, I think Radio Ron should sign up the Daily Blender and the morning show to volunteer for the Super Bowl. It'd be a great way to give back to the community. Pass. Why not volunteering? No, I've done. I've done my work. I'm done. We have a charity. That we do stuff with.
Do you ever really stop giving though, Jeffco?
Me? Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, you got to draw a line somewhere, Randy. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this for a moment. Henrik Stenson, is he Swedish? Yeah, he's Sweden.
Yeah, he is.
He's no longer the Ryder Cup captain because he's confirmed that he's joining the LIV.
Yep.
This one's getting serious, isn't it? Now it's getting serious. Now it's starting to get ugly.
I don't know about ugly or serious, but
this is a big time player, man.
He was the captain of the European Ryder Cup team, and he stepped down. He resigned being the captain of the Ryder Cup team to go join LIV. And I just have to ask myself: is this selfishness, or is there something broken? Is there something broken because all of these guys seem to have a real concern or desire to play with within the PGA and to play majors and to play on the LIV tour. So I still don't agree with it. I don't agree with the premise of it. I don't agree who's funding it. I don't agree with that whole part of it. But I have to think there's something broken in the system. To every week, it seems like somebody else is joining the LIV tour.
I think this is just a sign that Sweden supports terrorism.
Well, I'm not going to put that on all of Sweden, but like Randy said, anytime you've got a sport where they pay you because you showed up, that's going to affect the kind of player that goes over there. And Henrik Stenson is a good golfer, but the dude hasn't won a tournament with more than 20 players. He's 5
older.
years.
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah. So
guess what? He's getting $40 million in a multi-year contract with the LIV tour.
Right. And that's before we talk about you show up and you're dead damn last in a LIV golf tournament, you still make a crap ton of money.
Well, I mean, look at Phil Mickelson. He signed that huge contract with the LIV tour and he's done nothing. 2 tournaments. He's done nothing.
So here's something that'd be kind of cool. And maybe they should make a movie about this. Hear me out.
All right.
Wouldn't it be something? Remember when they found King Tut's tomb?
Yes.
And they were like, holy crap, look at all this gold and this King Tut's tomb. And the little Egyptian guy's like, hey, you see that sign there? Yeah. You know what it says? I don't read Egyptian. You'll be cursed forever. You probably don't want to do this. And he's like, oh, you silly savage. We'll take the stuff. And then the curse did take hold. A bunch of people died. A lot of people who touched that, did that, moved that, violated the curse. They died of death. So what if there was a LIV tour curse? It hasn't started to take hold yet, but like people falling downstairs, like things start happening. to all these guys? Like Final Destination type stuff. I don't,
or at least Major League Baseball pitcher type injuries.
Well, look, come on, Keon, don't be soft. Come on. These guys are supporting terrorists in their actions of golfing on the Live Tour. So maybe a few of them get accidentally blown up. Oh, no, I'm just saying. It could be a movie. At least it's a movie.
Okay.
Might be a movie.
All right.
His ball goes into sand trap and he finds out it's quicksand. That was a hell of a sand trap there, Bob.
Radio Ron says, as one that follows golf rather closely, certainly more than you three, you should note that 90% of the players that have jumped to the Live Tour are in their 40s, too young to play on the Senior Tour, but too old to win on the PGA Tour. It's a money grab because at the end of their earning years, just waiting it out to join the Senior Tour.
Yeah,
but I think they should not be allowed to be on the Senior Tour now.
They're not welcome on the Senior Tour. Because that's part of the PGA Tour. So once they went to the Live Tour, they signed their certificate. They're not going to play on the Senior Tour. Bottom line. But let me ask Radio Ron. Let me ask a question. A lot of the guys from the what are they calling it? The minor league there, the Cotton Gin Tour. What the hell is it? I can't think of the small tour. That these guys went over to get a guaranteed money in the events that they play. They'll never have a career in golf, especially in majors. They'll never walk the course at Augusta. They'll never play in the grand old course over in Great Britain. They'll never play in any PGA Tour Master or PGA Tour major events. The Corn Ferry Tour. That's what I'm thinking of. Those guys that have gone over there chasing the money, because they're eking out a living on the PGA Tour in the Corn Ferry thing. They'll never make the PGA now.
Sell that soul. Get that money. 888-368-1580. Cabana says, when I was on staff, we ran different areas, used 1 week of vacation and 3 to 5 days off work. So he still got paid, but he did as a volunteer work double shifts. Twittiot says, I was the first to volunteer, not to volunteer for the GE. That's trademark, ending the NFL season. Fish Tank says, do you also get prize money if you win the LIV?
Yes.
So you get money plus money. So you get money to play, then you get money to win.
Yeah, the Live Tour is compiled of teams. So your team can win and you get a split of that, or individuals can win and you get obviously you get whatever that payment is. But it's sort of strange. I'm still learning about it. Maybe Radio Ron could jump in and give us all the clear answers on it. But from what I understand, it's like a team event.
Is he in the building?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not in the building.
He was an hour ago. I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say you could put him on a mic. He could school us. Fed Fan says, "Great, another action flick with Tatum Channing." I'd watch. How come the Saudis aren't offering lady golfers the same money? Well, why do you think, Fed Fan? Because they won't let them drive, so you can't use a driver. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, memory serves me right. The last guy was good at those curses. Nah, we're not calling that guy. Radio Ron says, players on the Corn Ferry Tour and other players that have yet to qualify for the PGA are loving this exodus to the LIV because it's going to open up slots for them to get their shot at the PGA Tour. Is it? Or is the PGA Tour going to hold a grudge and make it harder for them?
Yeah. See, that's another friend of mine and I were talking about this, and he's a PGA guy. I mean, he was actually on the tour for a while, and he was telling me this. They've signed suicide pacts because they're never going to get back on the PGA Tour.
Literal?
No.
Oh,
they've killed their career. They've killed their career.
Because the guys that Live Tour who run the place be like, I have a vest for you. I have a vest for you.
Oh no!
All right, ready to watch. Don't actually touch the button. But this button up, oh, we just lost Lefty. All right, well,
Phil.
Does not follow instructions. Yes, Cabana, we do know that LIV stands for 54. We do know that, but we refuse to call it the 54. We're calling it the LIV, the Live, whatever. Hefty says, you're looking at these players all wrong. They aren't funding terrorists. They're depleting the funding of the terrorists by taking all their money. These men are heroes.
Well, the thing is,
except for they are making them more money too by being there and playing. And I don't know how they're making money off it, to be honest, but I don't know. It's the principle of the matter, Hefty Lefty. You don't take blood money. You don't take blood money. You don't take blood money, gunpowder money, C4 sniffing money. I don't know what they use. I'll be honest. I don't know what they use. What are they using? What are these guys using to blow stuff up?
Things.
You just don't use things. You don't use terrorist money. That's all I'm saying. Last Optimist says PGA is engaging in antitrust behavior to lock other golf tours out of the U.S. market. Players should be free to play in any other tour for which they could qualify. You know what? We could have that conversation. Probably going to agree with you. But here's the thing. We're not talking about another like British thing or another American thing or another, Scottish thing. We're talking about something funded by terrorist money in a terrorist state. So good God, where is your soul? If your soul is in your bank account, well, then all these guys are fine. I
think that the PGA is going to argue, are we antitrust? We don't stop people who go to the Asian tour from coming over. We don't stop people at the DP tour or the European tour from coming over. So I think that there is an argument that the PGA will have that they're going, okay, just this specific tour is why we are stopping people from coming back because we don't like what it stands for. But they can go to any other tour and come back. No one ever says you can go to the Asian tour and you can't come back.
Right. Fish Tank says, you hear that, Jeffrey? Randy said he was talking to another friend. Sounds like trouble in best friend paradise. Not worried about it. I'm absolutely secure in my friendhood. He's allowed to have other friends. And I know where I stand. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
By the way, who the hell was it?
Just another friend.
I know, but who was it? Who's this other friend?
I'm not going to say his name on the radio. I'll tell you off the air.
Why not say? Why not say? Friend. Best friend. No, Fish Tank. We're cool. Watermelon says, Jeffrey, if being real honest with ourselves, all money has a bit of blood on it. Not saying I agree with it or think it's right. No, you're right. No, I get it. And yes, Randy's chuckle. Are we filling our cars with blood money? We don't have to be. We don't have to be. And that's a frustrating thing too. So, hey, Randy, guess what? There's no blood electricity. So maybe you get an electric car.
And there's
I'm gonna guilt them into it.
Not on your life.
There's a lot of stuff I think that
by the way, I was thinking of you two guys this weekend. I happened along and somebody on the text line was asking about when is NASCAR going to go electric?
Yeah.
Formula E was in New York City over the weekend.
Yeah.
Just tune into that and listen to that. Yeah. That's about as exciting as watching grass grow.
Is that like that?
You hear him going around the corner.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's it.
Here's what I care about, Randy. I don't
care
about
the most boring automobile race I've ever seen.
You get into a car. Let's say, now listen, they're going to come out with an electric Challenger in 2024.
It sounded like a bunch of bumper cars is what it sounded like.
Just hear me out, all right? I don't give a damn what the car sounds like on the outside. I really don't. But if I'm in the car and I'm listening to some classic rock and it's time to go and I put the hammer down and the torque pushes me back into the seat and I fly down the road, I do not care if it was silent, because guess what I hear? I hear my music. I hear my heart pounding. I got my hands on the wheel. I got my foot on the not so much gas and I am a happy man. As long as the thing is, has got guts. That's all I care about, man.
I'm happy that you're happy.
It's weird. I understand, but here, we can't fight this. We can't stop it. It's coming.
Oh, I'm not going to fight it. I'm just not going to drive one.
All right. When you're in the car with me, you're going to get curious.
No.
You're going to get curious.
No.
Last Optimist says, now you're going to tell me the ACLU shouldn't have defended the Illinois Nazi free speech case. What are you talking about?
What?
Huh? That has zero to do with what we're talking about, Last Optimist. 888-368-1580. So, all right. Henrik Stenson is gone. All right. Don't let the door hit you on the ass there. Another thing that was, after this, we're talking NFL. Okay. But
I hope so.
This right here, I don't know if it's enough to make me watch women's soccer, but the U.S. Women's national team, I guess, won the CONCACAF. They won the championship. And Alex Morgan, she's like, let's find out how many margaritas will fit in this. The answer is 20.
Oh, doing a little science there.
All right.
You know what? I a tip of the hat, respect on that. Found out that there's only 2 beers that go into what was that little trophy? Who was trying to put?
The
that-
WNBA All-Star.
No. The guy going to the Live Tour.
Oh.
The guy who won this last.
Cameron Smith, when he was talking about how many beers he could fit in the claret jug.
Australian mullet. So that's a very impressive trophy if you can fit 20 margaritas in it. You think she salted the rim?
CONCACAF.
CONCACAF.
I don't think so. I don't think you'd want to do that.
Hefty Lefty says electric power plants that are on former Native American lands right now might prove no blood, money, and electricity argument moot. For the love of everything, guys.
Don't we have to take a break?
I think we have to take a break. Thank God. I'm going to say is up yours. Everybody who's going to the Live Tour. That's all I got to say. You leave my Walmart alone.
Leave my Walmart alone.
I know most everything in that place is Chinese, but it's cheap. All right. Leave me alone. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, boy.
Trying to think if there's any non-blood soaked money out there I could refer to. Chuck E. Cheese. The skee ball at the Chuck E. Cheese. Absolutely clean.
Using animals to make money.
God damn it. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors, and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Greatest invention ever. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. And if you haven't heard, the show is now noon to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. The majors in golf are done. Is there going to be a mass exodus to the Live Tour about to happen? Major League Baseball All-Star festivities, the rest of the Major League Baseball season, and NFL training camps are about to report. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on the Main Event Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 99.3 1580 The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Admit it. You love the action. You love the excitement.
For a touchdown.
You love the big plays.
Sideline, the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5, rock and roll, touchdown.
And you love the big hits. So do we. The NFL. We've got the games you want and the info you need. Listen for the latest 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for the NFL.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we have breaking news, actual honest to goodness breaking news.
This is breaking news.
James Harden has signed a 2-year, $68.6 million deal to go back. I guess that's what was left. Feels like that's a little more than what was left, but okay. So he's going to stay with the 76ers, which now, if it's a 2-year deal, that means there's $34.3 million. So he has taken a $14 million pay cut. So, okay. Well, I thought it would have been like they'd assigned him to like $3.5 million. He said what was ever left on the salary cap.
Well, I don't think he took a pay cut because he was going to sign up. His extension was 1 year for 42, right?
47.3. And that was a player option. It's become a free agent. So that was just a 1 year. So now he's getting $34.3 million a year over 2 years, but he does include a player option.
And the thing is, it does help the team because that $13 million of cap space, you can do a lot with that, especially when it comes to trying to find role players and people to fill in those missing parts. So it's still less yearly than he would have gotten. So it was. And I think that also I don't think the 76ers could just go out there and not pay James Harden anything. Just go out and sign a bunch of people and leave James with what's left, because what's going to happen is the NBA Players Association is going to be like, what the hell? They're not going to stand for that. And there was already talk when James originally said he was going to take less, that teams should investigate the 76ers. Where else are they putting the money? Are they giving him some 76ers stock? Because that's been something that teams have done in the past. They're not supposed to, but they hold a little stock aside for some guys. And then when their playing days are done, remember when we didn't give you that money? Here it is in shares of the franchise.
It's called the wink deal.
Yeah. And I think that you just pay him close to what he's worth, so you don't even go through the headache of the league having to now investigate and look into your shady practices.
Do you think he's going to bounce back? James Harden disappeared at the end of the year.
I think he will bounce back. He did disappear, but a part of it was just he was bouncing around from team to team. He was with the Nets. That whole situation just got sour really quickly. And then he had games where he looked really good, but it wasn't a consistent thing. He wasn't engaged. And I think that he hears the noise, he hears the talk, and he's actually on a team that can win a title because he hasn't been on one of those in a while. And if this 76ers team can win a title with an engaged James Harden and Joel Embiid playing the way that Joel Embiid plays every year, then yeah, I think we're going to see a more dialed in James Harden.
Big George says, when will James Harden come home and play for the Suns? The best basketball player to come out of ASU. Okay, well, hold on. By time he does come back to Arizona and play for the Suns, you won't want him. I mean, he's barely held together with duct tape and baling wire right now. And like Keon said, it's been ups and downs. And if he does make his little comeback, what do you got, a year? 2 years most. I don't think that you're going to ever see him show up as a Phoenix Sun, at least not, he's in what you're expecting.
He's already not the same James Harden he was, a few years ago. So he's 32 years old now. You got to think maybe he's got 2-3 more years of being in his prime. He's got a 2-year deal with the Sixers. It's a player option.
Yeah.
And the general manager is his guy, Daryl Morey. So the James Harden you would get by the time that contract is up is not a quality James Harden.
Hefty Lefty says, yeah, the WNBA trophy wouldn't hold an espresso shot. I know. I showed you that little picture there. It's like, it wouldn't hold the little fake teacup shot that your kid would have. It is, come on.
Yeah, they were goofing around afterwards, and they tried to see if they could fit a juice box in the trophy. So they know that it's ridiculous.
Last Optimist says, Alex Morgan is now my favorite USWNT soccer player. She might be the only one you would actually recognize her name these days.
I mean, I guess Megan Rapinoe, because she's got the pink hair going on.
Is it Rapinoe or Rapinoe?
It's Rapinoe.
I've heard it pronounced Rapinoe.
I think Rapinoe is better. I should call her. Hey, should go by Rapinoe. I think it sounds better. She's supposed to be cool, progressive. She'd listen. Kyle G, or she'd be like, don't mansplain me. Like, whoa. That's not my pronoun. Respect. Kyle G says, all right, that's a lie. It is my pronoun, but I mean, I could at least hold her off a minute with that, because she'd be like, "Yeah, what is it?" You should know. You should know. How dare you? Kyle G says maybe Harden is past the idea that he needs to go to the team, be the team superstar, and he genuinely wanted to give the Sixers some cap space, pursue a trade or a free agent help to help him win. I don't think so. I think he knows in his diminished state, and at this moment, he has something to prove. Now, we are looking at James Harden as a guy, all right, maybe a year, 2 tops, that he could be effective, and maybe he can work his way here in the offseason to being back to the James Harden you hope for, you expect for. But I honestly, he knows as well as anybody else. But if he doesn't, then, yeah, maybe he's thinking, oh, I'm going to prove myself, and then I'm going to get even more years. He's not. So him doing this right here is he's got a PR problem, and he knows he needs to prove himself. That's what all this is about. Plus, he's got a net worth that would take care of everybody listening to the show right now forever. So, he can take a little bit of a pay cut, prove himself, be a team guy, and he's thinking 5 years down the road. Reality is this should be it for him.
It should be, but nobody wants to be, because to your point about him having a PR problem, nobody wants to be Russell Westbrook.
Right.
You're on your 4th team in 4 years. Nobody wants to be that person, because it means nobody really wants you. And James, has gone from the Rockets to the Nets, now to the 76ers in a very short amount of time. Make it work with the 76ers. If you ever want to have a shot at being anything for anybody else in this league ever again, make it work with the 76ers for at least a few years.
Hefty Lefty, why do you want to go there? Why is it every time we talk about James Harden, it goes there? He says, I wonder what Harden's favorite strip club was when he went to ASU. Dream Palace is closest to campus, but I bet he was a Pink Rhino guy. I feel like he enjoyed stripper boxing too.
Well,
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
No, it's not incorrect.
Well,
It's
why
just
does it always have to go there?
Stripper boxing?
I don't mean about the boxing, just about the fact that James Harden, probably
frequents the strip clubs.
Where do you go, Keon? Because you live in Tempe.
I haven't been to one since I've been out here.
All right. Okay, I get it.
I don't know him.
Hypothetically,
Mom's listening.
Hypothetically, where would you go?
I don't know any of the strip clubs out here. I don't know. I went to one in Atlanta once, and it was fun. It was a strip club.
He went one time, and he said it was fun.
Yeah, it was a strip
He's
club.
like, I went once. You don't. Best 3 days I ever had.
You don't not enjoy it, obviously. I just haven't been to one out here. I mean, I moved here during COVID. The COVID's still not done. I feel like that's not where I'm going to go.
No. Listen, if you got to think about germs, it's never been and never will be a place you want to go.
Right. So I'll wait it out.
Yeah. So Hefty Lefty says, I'll never apologize for my fondness of strip clubs. We weren't going to ask for you to.
You don't have to.
Maybe now that COVID is hopefully on the, they say the COVID cases are coming back up. And I guess now there's a super high powered nitro funny contagious version. Yay. But if we are to the point where it's less deadly and things are getting better, then I think Keon and Hefty Lefty, I think you guys need to go hang out.
Got to make it happen.
Randy and I
make it work.
Randy and I are married guys, so that's no place for us. So by all means, enjoy the scenery, I guess.
Sure.
Enjoy paying a bunch of money to
not do anything
and not be able to touch or anything, I guess. Yay. So, all right. It's been an hour and a half. We have been on the air an hour and a half.
Yes.
And this is actually quicker than what we've been able to do usually. And maybe it is because not a lot's going on out there. I feel like we've had plenty to talk about. This slowest sports day of the year BS everybody whines about.
Yes.
Well, I want to talk about the NFL, but now everybody wants to talk about strippers. I really don't want to go there, guys. Yeah. And I don't know what the stripper boxing is anybody's talking about. Fighting Wampa says stripper boxing. They must be so confused. Wouldn't know whether to kiss her around the Okay, I can't read.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. No.
Pro Dog says, I tried the Great Alaska Bush Company. You would? Sounds like you have. Chief Skull says, yeah, weekend at Keon's. And then he shows a picture of, you remember Wallace and Gromit? You know, the dog?
Yeah. Yes.
Picture of Gromit. And it did the caption says, knits angrily. That's you on the weekend. Just sitting there. All right, let's do this. I don't want to talk about strippers. Let's talk about the NFL. And Keon brought my attention to this earlier. He's like, man, there is one NFL team has more bets with the Vegas books and whatnot to go undefeated. So before I tell you, Randy, what team do you think this season would have the best chance to go undefeated?
To go undefeated?
Yeah. If you had to choose a team, who do you think it would be? Like, well, those guys are a powerhouse, or they're at least the best of what we have right now.
To go undefeated.
Undefeated. I might put money on them to go undefeated.
Buffalo Bills.
Based on what?
You said go undefeated. Buffalo Bills.
Why do you think the Buffalo Bills have a chance to go undefeated?
I think they have the best opportunity to go undefeated.
Why?
Because I do. I don't know. You asked me to give you a team, and now you're asking me why the hell I
just
gave you a
saw
team.
the damn headline.
No,
and
I
you're
didn't.
doing that. That's who everybody's betting on right now.
I did not. I said the Buffalo Bills. I think they are primed to make a big run, and I think it's very possible they could just roll through their division and roll on into the Super Bowl. Yes.
That's your opinion. My opinion. No chance in hell.
Okay.
They will not go undefeated. They may be tough in their division. I don't know if they're going to be tough outside of the division. And I don't know that they're going to steamroll like you think.
They don't have a very tough schedule.
Keon?
I'm going to pull up the schedule here, but I do think they've got the easiest division of all the contending teams.
Is that enough to go undefeated, though?
I don't think so. I mean, because last year they got tripped up by the Jaguars. So it's not like,
hey, you shut your mouth. The Jaguars were a tougher team than a lot of people gave them credit for.
I think that Jaguars defense is like a legitimate defense. But yeah, no, the Bills got tripped up by that early. But I'm looking at the Bills schedule.
They got the Rams September 8th. They've got the Titans the next week. They've got the Dolphins the week after that. Ravens, Steelers. Steelers aren't going to give them any problems.
They're going to lose the Rams for sure. They will not be undefeated.
Then they get the Chiefs in
you think they're going to lose to the
Chiefs?
Rams?
Loss.
I will bet you lunch the Bills will beat the Rams handily.
Done.
I will buy you your Barrows pizza, my friend.
Done.
They've got the Chieftains, which might be look how hard they played them. No, are you kidding me? The last time they played, the only reason the Chiefs won was because the Bills didn't get the ball back in overtime.
They finally got rid of that deadweight Tyreek Hill. Loss.
Packers, Jets, Vikings, Browns, Lions, Patriots, Jets again, Dolphins again, Bears, Bengals. That might be a tough game right there.
Yeah,
and Patriots again, January 8th. I would give them every opportunity to go undefeated.
I see if they maybe 4 losses there, easy.
If they get out of the first half of that schedule with the Rams and the Chiefs undefeated, they've got a really good run after that.
In the first week, you guys think the Rams are going to beat the Bills?
Yes.
I mean,
oh my God.
I don't know.
You know
Last
how
I
I know?
checked,
I
Matthew
bet lunch
Stafford's
on
still there. Aaron Donald's still there. Cooper Kupp is still there. That's going to be a tough team for them to beat. Yeah.
Hey, so here's the thing. If there's one thing I do know, it's football. Okay.
No doubt. I'm just flabbergasted. You think the Rams are going to beat the Bills?
Remind you
that here it comes.
I won the picks contest so far 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to win it this year.
It's been a nice break, so we didn't have to hear it every week.
But I might. I might yet still.
Good while it lasted.
It was
just
beautiful.
Saying.
Damn.
I will. I can't wait for lunch.
That's
do
how
we
I
have
know.
to do this picks game again? Do we have to?
Yeah, that's what we do. We do the picks. You want me to not play? I can just not play. Give somebody else a chance.
No, please play, because I can't. I don't want to hear about that. Well, if I were playing, I'd be kicking your guys' ass.
No, I'll just go play on the Live Tour. That's it. I'll go on the Live Picks Tour. I got paid a shload of money. It doesn't even matter if I'm good over there. Donnie, come on, man. Captain Kirk and the Vikings are going to spank the Bills.
Please.
I don't know. I wish that you had said Justin Jefferson and not Captain Kirk, because what the Vikings are going to do with Justin Jefferson this year is going to be actually scary. They're going to use the Cooper Cup role. It's wild.
Jeffrey, I think the Chargers go undefeated.
Oh man, no.
I think they'll have a good season. I don't know about undefeated.
No.
Chargers?
No.
Listen, nobody in that division is going undefeated. It's a murderer's row of a division.
Yeah. It's going to be ugly. Fed fan says, I'll make it clear. I have no desire to talk about strippers. Same thing she says about football. First and 15 says Swinging Richards was the strip club Keon was talking about.
Swinging Richards?
Wait, which one?
I have a feeling.
I've never heard of that in my life. I went to Magic City.
Big George wants you to mark this spot, Keon. 4:33 p.m. On July 20th in the year of our Lord 2022. Jeffrey said, no way in hell are the Buffalo Bills going undefeated. And when they do, Randy will get to laugh at Jeffrey.
You don't have to mark it down because I know my pal.
Oh, listen, I know my pal. If I'm wrong, I'm just amazed.
I don't need any ammunition for Jeffrey.
Last Optimist says, yeah, Bills is my guess. Strong team in a weak division. If you think they can win the Super Bowl, though, then the bet for going undefeated is not terrible. They can't win a Super Bowl.
And they're not talking about undefeated all the way to the Super Bowl. They're just talking about undefeated regular season.
Right. They can't win a Super Bowl.
17-0.
This team is not going to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, my goodness.
Chief Skull says, thrown team to possible go winless. Colts. Okay, Chief Skull. The hell does thrown team mean?
I'm pretty sure that's a typo of some kind.
Probably the only
Chief
is what he meant to put in.
Is a typo. Hefty Lefty says, what about male strippers, Fed fan? She's a nice, classy lady. She's a nice, well, I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. Fish Tank says, no one has been undefeated in 50 years. We're talking about most likely, not who will actually go undefeated. Well, the question is,
regular season?
I say nobody.
The Patriots went undefeated in the regular season, so that's clearly not 50 years. But
we're bad at math here, Keon.
But yeah, no, I think the Bills have as good a shot as anybody, just because of how much better they are than everybody else in that division and the team that they have. It's a really good team. And Josh Allen, I've been skeptical long enough. The guy put together 2 back-to-back quality seasons at quarterback and a borderline MVP one. So yeah, I think that they can do it.
2007 was when the Patriots finished the year with 16-0, and they lost the Super Bowl to Eli Manning.
It was the helmet catch,
saving us all from the most insufferable portion of that dynasty that would have existed. Yeah, just
Big Jorge says, although won't Randy pick the Cardinals to win every game this season and go undefeated?
Oh yeah,
if that happens, I'm pretty sure hell would have frozen over.
Listen, I will pick my Cardinals every week. You can count that. Just count on it.
Fed fan texts in, no strippers, male or female. She won't even wear breathe right strips. No strippers. Okay.
What about
she'll chew off the thing with her teeth. No strippers.
What about hunky fireman?
Yeah, Fed fan, what about hunky fireman? Why are we asking this? I don't care. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580, The Fanatic.
Welcome back to the Daily Blender on 1580 99.3, The Fanatic on a Wednesday. Hump day. No, Randy. Jeffrey hates it when I say that.
I hate hump day.
Right now, new customers can bet the PGA Tour with no sweat first bets. And if you don't win, you'll get up to $1,000 back in free bets. Just step up to the tee, take a swing, and get betting the PGA Tour. Listen, no better place to do it. Safe and secure app. Easy to sign up. It only took me like 90 seconds. As a matter of fact, I think I did it while we were on the air. I actually signed up originally during a commercial break, and our commercial breaks are not too long.
Nope, we keep it nice and short for you.
And so because of that, I had already set the thing up, and I was ready to make my first bet. I had it funded and everything. So you can sign up. It's easy. It's straightforward. Great promotions, great opportunities for you, like the parlays. Some of the parlay plays, if you don't want to make one up yourself, maybe you're not accustomed to making up parlays. They have a whole list of parlays you can jump in on, and you can bet what you want. There's no minimum. There's no maximum. You can bet as you need to. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today and sign up using my promo code Randy1580. Now, other guys on this very same radio station will tell you to use theirs. But I need to tell you straight up, mine is not going to lead you astray.
No, it's faithful. It is keen. It is amazing. It has been scientifically proven that it is the best promo code you can possibly use. We're not tearing down the other guys' promo codes. All we're saying, this one is supreme. This one is far and away the best promo code. Yeah. Carl Sagan would say of all time.
Randy1580. That's my promo code. Get started with your no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Again, that's a really good promo code. Laboratory tested and approved. 4 out of 5 doctors approved.
You going to argue with Carl Sagan on this?
Randy1580. I won't argue with Carl Sagan.
Of course not.
Randy1580, FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour. Again, that promo code Randy1580. Got to be 21 or older. Presence in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credits that expire in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Jeffco.
Hey, Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Jeffrey, I'm going to jump on board with Randy's thing here for the gambling website. Just placed a $1 bet with a 4-person parlay, and it won me $29.
Hey, there you go.
Boomer Sooner.
There you go. Boomer Sooner. There you go.
By the way, there are sports taking place today. Yeah, there are. Fish Tank says, well, another sport dead day. So we got the Phoenix Rising on ESPN2 right now. You could bet on that, I bet.
And I think I said last hour, the baseball, some of the teams were in action today. I was incorrect. I was wrong.
They get this day off.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is when they start.
Fed Fan says, one time at band camp. No, she didn't say that. I'm kidding. She says, one time in my 20s, I was doing my job delivering boxes, and this really cute guy started flirting with me. And he told me his name was Fernando. And I thought, nope, this guy's an exotic dancer.
Fernando.
What could have been? So his story goes like this. My name is Fernando Banderas. I am the third brother
of
Antonio Banderas. My other brother is Larry.
Larry.
But no. The girl, she's so cute with the boxes and the FedEx and the UPS. She corrected me. She says, what can Brown do for you? I says, oh, Mamacita, let me show you what Fernando can do for you. She spurned my advances. She says, no, Fernando. No. And she drove away. I followed her for as long as I could. I could see the contour of her leg as it hung out the UPS door. I thought to myself, no, Mamacita. It's too dangerous. Close the door.
Close the door.
And slow down the truck. But unfortunately, she escaped me at that exit. Granted, I probably should have gotten in my car and followed her and not ran on the road like a crazy lunatic. But love will make you do a great many things. And that was the last I saw of her. It broke my heart.
It's going to be okay, Fernando.
That was Fernando's side of the story, Fed Fan. You shattered a good man.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying. Should have given him a chance. Just give him a chance. It's too late now.
That's all he was asking for.
That's it. Poor Fernando. Hey, listen. If you're going to a game, you go on the StubHub, you go on the whatever you go on, and you get yourself a ticket, and you're hundreds of bucks maybe, depending on the game, depending on where you want to sit. But this is damn ridiculous. They're doing games in Germany now.
Are you talking NFL?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. In the NFL, they decided to go to Germany. I'm like,
yes.
Okay, it's getting silly. But them Germans ain't messing around. Tickets to see the Buccaneers and Seahawks, which, by the way, will be, I'll give you my pick now, Buccaneers. It's going to be an epic bleep stomp. $33,000 for some of these tickets.
But do the people, the good people of Germany, know it's going to be a bleep stomp?
Who knows what they know? $25,000 to $30,000 for some tickets. Now they did find some cheapies up in the rafters. $608. Can you just? What? Huh? Why? Germans do not strike me as dumb people.
A little angry, perhaps.
Yeah, well, yeah, you eat some German food, an hour later, you're hungry for power. I get it. We've kept them under control. They're not,
Yes.
I ain't gonna eat none of that anymore. Germans have calmed down. Tom Brady, he's a star, I guess, but Super Bowl tickets aren't even 33,000. I mean, yeah, there are. I guess there are. What is I can't remember what the average Super Bowl ticket was. Even it's 10,000. This is ridiculous. The Germans, do they only have like one TV channel or something? How are they this starved for entertainment?
The average Super Bowl ticket was $6,000.
See what I'm saying?
It's not even close.
7 times the amount of money plus to see Tom Brady beat the ever-loving snot out of Pete Carroll's Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I think the Cardinals are going to Germany, aren't they? Or are they going to England?
I thought we were going to England.
Yeah. Wow, this is just crazy. How good is the economy there?
How good is the economy in England?
That's the only thing.
No, I'm saying in Germany. They can. We didn't bomb them hard enough.
The Cardinals are playing in Mexico City, actually.
Oh, that's sorry.
Those tickets, I imagine, for Mexico City, decisively less. I'm guessing
that would be my guess too. I'll look into it.
This is going to go the other direction, but I don't know. If somebody understands Germany or Germans, they always just sounds like they're really angry at you, even when they're telling you that they love you. So I have no idea. I have no idea why and who's buying these tickets. You know,
German people.
Well, no, I get that, Randy. Thank you.
Just thought I'd help you out here.
Just stunned by this. Hefty Lefty says, I've kept my Deutschmarks over the years for this very exact scenario.
Excuse me?
You better have $33,760 worth. He says, after looking at the schedules, the team with the easiest schedule to go undefeated of the good teams probably be the Packers. Yeah. If only they had Devontae Adams. He says they got 3 tough games, Rams, Bucks, and Bills. Titans are a crapshoot if they'll show up. The NFC North is weak, and they play the NFC East, which is ass. They'll definitely won't go undefeated, but that is the best path to 17-0 IC. Sorry, my friend. I think you're going to see a decisively different Packers this year. They're going to lose way more games than you think.
I think they'll probably still win a decent amount of games, but they've always lost that one game that you scratch your head and go, I don't get how you lost that one.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I think last year it was the Saints.
It's going to be more than one, Keon. I'm sorry. Devontae Adams was very necessary for Aaron Rodgers, and he doesn't have another guy of that quality come. I mean, you might think one of his rookies may come up and be a superstar. Okay, whatever. Or he'll make them one. I think he makes players better, not that much better, not Devontae Adams better. And that was his go-to in a pinch. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have that now. And I think he's going to lose some games because of that.
Yeah, I think he'll lose a couple, but I just think that, again, the texter pointing out that they play the NFC East, like that's Giants, that's free. Washington, that's free. You might struggle a little bit.
Your Washington team had 7 wins last year. I don't think it was free.
Yeah, but
they got a great new quarterback
going up against Green Bay. Oh, stop it!
I was trying to sneak that one in there.
You know what?
I am so glad you have Carson Wentz now. I can't tell.
I am not.
Watch him go MVP season for you, though, and I'll be like,
nothing would make me happier. But I am not holding my breath.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, you don't. I wouldn't.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
Big George says, I'm German, and they love the NFL in Germany. They were the most successful teams in the NFL Europe. Well, then why have we been screwing around with England? I mean, we could have just been doing this in Germany. I don't think we should be doing any of these things, but you guys know that. Not because I'm anti other countries. I'm just like, I don't think it's good for the teams. I think all that travel and wear and tear, unless you're going to give them a bye week right after. That's what I think, but whatever. And Big George, I didn't realize you were German. Huh. Should that change the way I feel about it?
I don't think so. Why would it change the way you feel about it? It's Big George after all. Come on, man.
I know.
I didn't know he was German either. I mean, when I think Big George, I think a jolly Englishman,
Yeah,
I think just happy-go-lucky American patriot.
So
someone that defends the freedom of others who cannot defend it for themselves. Someone that goes to battle and takes on the bad and the horrible and then fights for them. Stands in the gap. Big George.
Yeah, George is American. That's what George is. George is American. I'll tell you what, I was over on the Queen Mary You know, the boat that doesn't go anywhere. And I heard some German people walking and laughing on the deck, and I got mad. You were trying to bomb this boat back in the 40s. You stop. Get off this boat. I got to stop watching the History Channel, I think.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys, that's 2 hours down and 1 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. If you're an IT professional looking for an opportunity with great benefits and the freedom to creatively solve problems in a career with great growth potential and a team environment, look no further than Affinity Technology. Serving the Valley since 1992, Affinity Technology is looking for a level 1 tech to develop and deliver excellent solutions and outstanding customer service. Visit atechaz.com/jobs and get started with your future today. That's atechaz.com/jobs.
Hon, look, it's heartburn. How did he know we were at the beach?
No clue, but he's not ruining our vacation. I packed Prilosec OTC. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production that can cause frequent heartburn, so we can enjoy ourselves.
Speaking of, time for our luau.
Aloha heartburn.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn with Prilosec OTC.
If possible, while taking Prilosec OTC, use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
NASCAR Championship weekend is back at Phoenix Raceway. Drivers will put it all on the line to claim NASCAR greatness. The Truck Series Championship kicked things off Friday night under the lights.
We're going to tear it up tonight.
Followed by an action-packed Saturday, where fans will witness an ARCA and Xfinity Series Championship doubleheader.
Yes!
Don't miss out on the action November 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now for NASCAR Championship weekend at PhoenixRaceway.com or call 866-408-RACE.
The IRS doesn't mess around. If they want your money, they'll take it. They can take your paycheck and bank accounts too, even threaten your home or business. Don't take on the IRS alone. If you owe back taxes, the smartest thing you can do is call Optima Tax Relief. The experts at Optima specialize in a powerful IRS tax assistance program called the Fresh Start Initiative. And their clients that qualify are saving thousands. One call starts the process to stop the demand letters, stop aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS from targeting you. But don't delay. It's important to act now while you still have options. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Optima has already resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get your life back. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for your free consultation.
Call 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936. 800-704-9936.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
I was probably a little bit like you. There was a lot of talk about the COVID-19 vaccines. I didn't know what to believe. And I tell you, everyone has an opinion. Some of my friends got vaccinated and some were against it. But I knew this was an important decision, so I went to somebody I already trusted, my doctor. It's your call, so talk to your doctor or healthcare provider and make the decision that's right for you. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for the latest information. That's getvaccineanswers.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose there in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And I remembered that my sister did a DNA test, you know, those 23andMe or Ancestry.com deals.
Yeah.
Well, so now I don't have to, you know. She paid for it, so
no,
I can just
don't have to.
no, sheet off of her paper. And turns out I was looking at this, and I guess I am 6% Germanic Europe. I got 6% German in me.
Well, I know there's sometimes I think you're very dramatic.
Yeah, here's the breakdown. Awful lot of Irish, awful lot of English, some Scottish. I kind of figured that, but
I like Scotch.
some Germanic, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. Oh, damn it. I was going off on that golfer, wasn't I? Ugh. So, yeah, but that was it. I was kind of like, man.
Keon, don't you find Jeffrey sometimes very dramatic?
Well,
just a bit.
No, I'm looking at this. I'm like, wait, it's all the palest people on the planet. Nobody in my family ever got creative.
Might explain a lot.
Well, no, I just hope we weren't all a bunch of filthy racists. That's all. You know? Well, at least, you know, I have come along and to our bloodline added some good quality, diversity. You know what I'm saying? And so is my brother and sister.
Yeah.
So
especially that dramatic part.
It's Germanic, not dramatic.
I think you're very dramatic.
Okay. What? Now that but most of this is, just the Great Britain area. So, all right. So yeah, I guess I have to apologize to George because I guess I'm 6% sort of German. That's it's weird. Hefty Lefty says, yeah, Lizzo took a DNA test too. Turns out she's 100% that bitch. Her words, not mine. I thought you were about to say 100% donut, but okay. Is that like a song of hers or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell you anything.
Ookla says, hi, Randy. Hi, Keon. Hi, part-time radio pal. Oh, get over it.
Hi, Ookla.
Yeah. Big George says, meanwhile, on my dad's side of the family, my great-grandfather came from Lithuania. Oh, that's where they make the batteries for the electric cars, right? All the lithium batteries are from Lithuania.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
I think it does, Keon.
No, it's an element. It can be anywhere.
Yes,
it doesn't just
it
have
can
to
be from anywhere. You don't have to get weird about it. It's lithium batteries from Lithuania. Everybody knows that.
Okay.
It's not how it works, but okay.
Hey, Keon's gonna make it about him. Big George, thank you for that. I'm sorry that Keon had to interrupt that. Jagdog says, Randy, can I get an Everclear shot?
Are you sure you want one?
Man, that's a serious shot right there. He says, I am also German, Keon. Keep it real. Fed Fan says, in the book Trace, all of us come from the three sons of Noah. Technically, we are all one race. What's the book Trace? I've never heard of it. And, that's if you believe in the Bible and this stuff. And if you believe in the Bible, you should also know Jesus was not blonde-haired or blue-eyed. Seriously, people. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, are basketballs made in Bosnia? I would hope so. Dropping the Soap says, just so you know, alkaline batteries come from Alaska. That's fact, Keon.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Oh my God.
I just don't think that's how that works.
You know what? Talk to your doctor. Like the guy in the commercial right before we started. He's like, this is COVID came along with the vaccines, and I had a bunch of friends who they did take it, and a bunch of friends that didn't. And a lot of the stuff was said, but I went to my doctor. Here's what my doctor said. Take the vaccine, you dumb son of a bitch. And while you're at it, understand that the lithium batteries come from Lithuania.
I don't think I heard that in that commercial.
Come from Alaska.
No, I didn't.
It's in the Bible because Fed Fan said so, you dumb son of a bitch.
Remember, Keon, when I was saying how we've witnessed that dramatic come out in him?
What are you talking about?
We've seen it.
No drama.
From your 23andMe, dramatic.
Oh, it's my sister's. I won't pay for that. I'm too cheap. Dropping the Soap says, please ask Keon where he thinks Kentucky Fried Chicken comes from, since he reuses facts. Oh, refuses. Sorry, I think so.
Well, I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken comes from obviously, the South.
Can't even say it. It's Kentucky. They fry them in Kentucky, then they mail them here.
Oh, just that. Oh,
you're a lot of work sometimes. You know that?
I'm not trying to be.
So do you care what color the helmets are? Do you care what the uniforms are going to be? Does it matter to your life at all, Keon?
I mean, sometimes. I mean, there are some uniforms that like my team specifically, some uniforms are cooler than others.
Okay. It's the only thing interesting about your horrible team. But if you had a good team, does it matter? Here's something else. There's a connecting thread. It's usually a bad team that makes a big deal out of a uniform or helmet. Let me help you out here. The New York Giants are going to wear their 80s and 90s throwback uniforms for 2 games this season. Bad team. The Bengals, though, they're a good team. I guess they forgot they're a good team. They're doing something bad teams do. They're going to deploy white helmets, and then we find out the Texans are going to wear red helmets. Bad team against the Eagles. And then we find out the Carolina Panthers have unveiled their black helmets. You think about that. Baker Mayfield hasn't even played it down yet, and the team is already in mourning. That is sad.
It's a little bit sad, but they would have had to be in mourning anyway because Sam Darnold would have been the quarterback. So
either way, yeah, they were prepared for it. So the only good team on this, conversation is going to be the Bengals. And like I said, I think they just forgot. But everybody else, that's what you do when you know you don't have anything going for you. You're like, if we announce it now, people might buy these things from the team shop before they realize, oh no, we're bleepy again, right?
I mean, that's part of it. Yeah. I mean, look, this is about jersey sales. And if you're a bad team, how else do you get that to happen? Because it's usually maybe you've got a star player or two, but then it's somebody that you're worried about. Is that guy even going to be on the team long term? Because they're bad. As soon as that guy gets a chance to get a contract somewhere else, would he just go somewhere else? So yeah, this is just how bad teams operate and do it. That's part of it. But I think that also you got your diehard fan base. That you put out a new jersey, they're just going to buy it. Doesn't even matter if the team's good.
I'm a Texans fan. I'm like, David effing Mills, man. Can't wait to see him in the red helmet. Panthers. Oh, is it gonna be Sam, the big bobblehead Darnold, or Baker Progressive Mayfield? I don't know. Woo, I can't wait to see him in a black helmet. And then for the Giants, by the way, the quarterback for the Giants just looks like an angry accountant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just has that very bored
Daniel Jones
Manning face.
You know what he has? What he has is the Steve Carell face from when he was on the Daily Show. When he would sit there and have that serious look on his face, never crack a smile, and occasionally he would start yelling. And that was his bit back then. That's what this guy reminds me of. Or young Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead.
That's actually the best option. Yeah, let's do that one.
Young Bruce Campbell.
The eyebrows, they have the same.
Right.
They have the same. Daniel Jones stole Bruce Campbell's eyebrows.
I just made him more interesting than I probably should have.
Yeah, because until you hear Daniel Jones talking, you realize that he is the most boring person in the NFL.
Yeah. And, we'll see. The jerseys will make a difference. So, of course, the Bengals, those white helmets, got to admit,
kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
It's the only one I'm even giving any sort of anything to. Is the white with the tiger stripes. You're like, why didn't they done that before? Why are they waiting until now?
Well, because the NFL had this rule about once you had your helmet,
right,
you weren't allowed to change it. You weren't allowed to use any other alternate versions of it.
You could have home and away, right? Why don't they just have if they wear the light colored jerseys, the one helmet, and then the dark colored jerseys, the other helmet, and in some mix up of that, have your home or away helmets be white. Can you?
Now you can, because they changed the rule to where
okay.
So teams are now able to do stuff with the helmets, which is why it's becoming a thing. Because I remember that some teams have tried that in the past, and the league was like, no, you may not do that ever again.
The No Fun League is like, we are the lots of money league.
And
we realize now this is going to make money.
It took them long enough, I mean, this is the same league, though, that took touchdown celebrations away until they realized that people actually liked them.
How long was that the period of time where they took away the touchdown celebrations?
Oh, I think it was about 6 or 7 years. It was longer than it should have been.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
I mean, sometimes they're stupid.
And I think that they still have rules about it. Like, you can't use props, which I think
you can't direct it at the other team's players.
Yeah.
You can't start thrusting your groin at them or something.
But I remember, back in the heyday of Chad Ochocinco and T.O., cell phones were involved, cheerleaders, pom-poms.
So they're like, no props.
Right. Just whatever you can come up with, that you can do with just your body, do that and be done, which is smart.
I think, the cheerleaders are up for it. Should be fair game, though.
I think so, too.
See, I'm the kind of guy. I'll go up to the other team's cheerleader. What's up, baby? What's going on? Just to really piss off the other team. The Berg says, welcome back, Pat the Patriot. Best helmet and uniform in the NFL. Is it the best?
The best? It's a cool one.
It is.
I like it, but I don't know if that's the best, but it's cool.
Joe the Show says, is Baker better at Progressive commercials or football? Neither.
Well, he's not going to be better at Progressive commercials because he's out.
Yeah, he actually did pitch them a whole thing where he moves out of that other stadium, and they said no. I'm not even kidding. He really did, and they said no thanks. He made an actual pitch. He's just probably like trying to keep that insurance money, I guess. Hefty Lefty says Carolina Panthers new sponsor. Okay, I can't read that. That's not true, and I'm not reading that. Boomer Sooner says, "Come on, guys, leave my Boomer Sooner Baker Mayfield alone. Give him the chance in Carolina. He did okay in Cleveland." Yeah,
I'm giving Baker half a chance to.
It's not even up to us. It's up to the stunning and amazing and high-powered quarterback competition between Sam the Bobblehead Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Oh, I can't lie like this. I can't. I was going to try to make it seem exciting, but I can't. It's a lie too big.
I don't know. I think there is some talent that can be squeezed out of Baker. I do. You start your career throwing 27 touchdown passes on a team that had gone 0-16 the year before. Yeah, I think that there's some talent there. Can the Panthers get it? Can the dental schmuck get it, knowing that if he screws this up, he's probably gone? I don't know. That's the real question.
Fed Fan says, Max says hello to everyone. And she sends me a picture of a chihuahua with his tongue hanging out. And all I can think is, there's a competition you might want to look into for this dog.
Yeah, that's it brings up a lot of bad memories with me, Jeffrey, because you entered my photo in that competition.
Oh, I don't get mad. You won. I mean, serious. Big Risk says, how close was I at my Julio Rodriguez home run derby bet? Not close enough, Big Risk, but it looked like you were on the way to a win, huh?
He was second place.
Yeah. That was a pretty good contest, I guess, if you don't mind seeing people hit home runs that don't matter. Joe the Show says, can somebody explain why Deshaun Watson is facing 2 to 8 weeks of suspension when he was never convicted of any of the allegations he faced? Just saw that today. Doesn't sit right with me. How about we rephrase the question? Somebody explain to me why Deshaun Watson is facing 2 to 8 weeks of suspension when Tom Brady deflated balls and got 4 to 6 weeks, when other people did things that were a lot less horrible than sexually assaulting people. And you say never convicted. Well, here's why. It's Texas. That doesn't mean he didn't do it. It just meant that Texas is notoriously easy on football players and the way they get charged and the way they get handled. And it's just fact, Joe.
Because what Adrian Peterson got away with for whipping his kid with the switch and all, in horrible locations on that child's body.
Yep.
And did Adrian Peterson
the kid
get convicted of anything? Of course he didn't. And the fact of the matter is the NFL does not have the legal barrier of evidence that a court of law does. Ben Roethlisberger was Ben Roethlisberger convicted though? Nope. No, but he deserved to be suspended, and quite frankly, more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was enough evidence there. And I think the league is allowed to determine that. Was Ray Rice convicted of anything? No, because his wife didn't.
There's video of him kicking his girl, who later is his wife, in the head in an elevator unconscious.
So we have to have a higher bar for this than just mere conviction. If we're all but certain the guy did the thing, football is a privilege and not a right.
So, Joe the Show, I understand on your point, but on the other side of that, he says, what did he do? Who did he assault? Massage therapists and some very credible people have come forward and said some very credible things. Just because they didn't prosecute doesn't mean he did not do the thing. And if the NFL was serious about their investigation, actually sat with these ladies, they would probably come to that same conclusion. But if you come to that same conclusion and only suspend him 2 to 8 games.
And
come on,
and
man.
if Deshaun Watson didn't sexually assault anybody, why did the Texans just settle with 30 people?
That's another good point.
The
If
Houston
that was
Texans
all made up.
were handing out NDAs. What were they handing out the NDAs for his massage therapist? What were they doing that for? Like, there's clearly something wrong here. There just is.
I am the person who says, my first thought is the same thing he was saying. Well, if a grand jury doesn't indict him, if he doesn't get, well, then this should be the end of it. But it's Texas. It's a whole nother universe. And there's some other places too, where, sorry, the law is dirty. The system is rigged. And so these people can get away with it. Ben Roethlisberger raped a woman. He was suspended by the NFL, but then he was allowed to come back and play. Everybody's like, oh, Big Ben. And I'm like, no, I'll never not say Ben Roethlisberger is a rapist. And I would never not say that Deshaun Watson is a pervy son of a bitch at the very least. And if you do the things that were described, that is sexual assault. So, I know you're young, Joe, the show, but you might want to read up on this one a little bit more. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back and talk about, not that. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball will start the second half of the season on Thursday with a handful of games. A full schedule will be on Friday. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the favorite to win the National League East at plus 155. The New York Mets are plus 320. Atlanta, chasing the Mets in the NL East, just 2.5 games back, are plus 430. And Milwaukee, who lead the Central by a half game over the St. Louis Cardinals, plus 1,300. The Yankees are favored in the American League, plus 140. Houston at plus 200. Toronto at plus 950. The White Sox and the Seattle Mariners both at plus 1,500. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and master 5th grade math.
I can't do this. It's impossible.
Not you, Dad, your daughter. Staples will help her move forward.
Right.
Right now, Staples comp books and number 2 pencils are just 50 cents each. Plus, 2 pocket paper folders are only 25 cents each. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store, only limit 30.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Distracted driving kills in Arizona. Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
And that one is out of here.
first half of the baseball season is in the books. Now, things really get fun. Will the Mets hold on to take the East, or will the defending champs make it interesting? Swing and a liner, fair ball. The Astros are starting to look like the Yankees' biggest contender, or will the Twins set sail in the second half to challenge for the AL crown? Get the latest from around the MLB on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Dave Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. And hey, Keon, the owner of your team, he's on a boat. He's on a boat. And he is in international waters, completely avoiding Congress there.
Oh, that's funny because his excuse was that he was in Israel. So, which is it, Dan?
There's a Twitter account that tracks his super yacht that's out there, but that only will tell you where he's been, not where he currently is. And now his lawyer won't accept service, to appear before Congress. But here's the thing. So is there a legal standing where you actually have to, if they tell you to, if they serve you like, hey, you got to come to Congress? It's not like a judge. It's not, I mean, do you have to go? If Congress says, here's your invitation, you better get yourself in the chair for a little bit of an interrogation. You have to?
Invitation, no, but subpoena.
Yeah. So that becomes like a legal thing where, well, then his lawyer should be disbarred, because if you are a lawyer on record, you're required to accept service, I think, for your client, aren't you? Hey, George, maybe you can straighten me out on that. But I was only, well, maybe not. Maybe that's not it. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's a thing where you can have your lawyer accept service, but you don't have to. I don't know. But it's pretty shady that he's just like, I'm going to go for a cruise till this thing blows over.
What is
till the Republicans take the House? Then I'll come back in. It's not shady at all, is it?
I mean, it's 100% shady. But what isn't shady about Dan Snyder and any of his business practices? I mean, you can just Google Dan Snyder and how he made his billions. It's not an ethical thing that happened there. I just don't think that the Dan Snyder is going to get out of this completely clean. Now, he said he would show up to the committee, but with no subpoena, because he doesn't want to have to be compelled, to answer questions. He wants to be able to hide behind, legal documents and NDAs and things like that, so that he can continue to be vague about what happened, and so he doesn't have to say anything specifically, so that he doesn't bring himself down.
Yeah. Part of me is like, you don't got to do that. You don't have to do this. You don't want to. But the other part of me is like, okay, well then, you're kind of shady there, aren't you? Okay. Whatever. 888-368-1580. Baker's cocky hen says Baker Mayfield sees UFOs in the sky where we can't. He sees ghosts chasing him at quarterback and can't see the actual defenders, as he seems to throw it to, right to them half the time. No, that's Darnold who sees ghosts.
Yeah,
Darnold sees ghosts.
Sam Darnold. Yeah. He's the ghost seer.
You got to get your Panthers quarterback straightened out there.
Right.
Hefty Lefty says, have we heard from Moist One yet about the hashtag that the Panthers are using? The hashtag keep pounding. He says, that's the hashtag for Fleshlight. He says, I guess the Carolina Panthers' new sponsor is Fleshlight, hashtag keep pounding.
They've actually had that slogan for a while.
And by the way, how do you know this?
For years.
How do you know this, Hefty Lefty? I'm very lonely. He says, I didn't need to know that. Ookla says, have to dog my Texans, don't you, Radio Pal? We're going to win at least 4 games this year. Not dogging your team. They just stink. And 4 is optimistic, if nothing else. The Jet says, hi, gentlemen. Happy hump day. Did you get my 500-word essay? I think it was more than 500 words. I'll tell you that much. We haven't had a chance to read it yet, but we are going to disperse and read them Thursday, and we will announce a winner on Friday. So I don't know why you assume you're going to win, Jet, but you'll be notified if you do. He says he's going out of town on Friday. It's not like this thing is expiring Wednesday. So if you win, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Big George says, if you're subpoenaed by Congress and don't appear, you can be held in criminal contempt, just like a court. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. There, I guess you have to. That is a have to. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I hope Myles Garrett sacks Baker 7 times in week 1. I bet he wants to. The Big Risk says, I heard from a friend that the fleshlight is really hard to. Okay, I'm not reading.
Wow, guys. You know, just for your information, there are just certain things in this life that should be between you and your internet service provider. That is one of those things. Keep it to yourself.
Say, I don't know much about it, but you figured it'd be dishwasher safe. I don't know. Big Risk says, can you remind me what the essay contest is about? All right, here's the deal. To win a $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, send in a 500 words or more essay about the Daily Blender. You can say about how much you hate us, how much you like us, or a story where you've had an interaction with us, just something about the Daily Blender. And what we're going to do is on Thursday, the deadline is end of show Thursday. And then we're going to take all of them, just like professors taking home homework to read and grade. All 3 of us are going to take these, read them, and then we're going to get together and talk about, okay, this one I think is the best. Well, this one is, and we have a consensus on which one is the best one. That person wins the $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. Simple as that.
Straightforward.
The other guys are not crazy about the fact that they have to grade homework.
No, I am not. Which
I'm happy about it. It was my idea. I love it. Bring it on. Write some essays. Write some essays. I want to hear from the fourth dimension.
We have a few, but we don't have many. So you got a pretty good chance to win if you send in an essay. You know what I'm saying? By the way, this is all because of the Kasai Christmas and July promotion. If you go down the Kasai and you play the home game, if you don't win the prize, you go on over to KasaiScottsdale.com. All the details are there, but let me tell you what you do. You go buy a $100 gift card from Kasai, you'll get a $20 bonus gift card to go along with that. So $100 gets you $120. Not bad at all. You've already made a little bit of a profit. And trust me, I've been there. It's good food, a lot of fun. This is something that you can take a date to, but really, you can take a whole family to it, and everybody has a blast. And the food is always good. Big Risk says, can we send them as a text? No, you must send them to the following email address, blender@1580thefanatic.com. That is the email address for your essays. I guess I better check on my spam folder too, just to make sure I don't miss any. But blender@1580thefanatic.com. The Jet says, hey, quit announcing the contest. Right now, I'm probably the only one who did it. No, you're not. There are others. Nice try.
Sorry, Jet.
That's why the Jet assumed that he won. He's like, maybe nobody else wanted to write an essay.
No, the super fans, just like everybody in college, we'll wait till the last moment. Let's see. Last Optimist says, I started working on mine and I should have it in by tomorrow. Did you realize how long it'll take to read all these 500 word each essays?
I took the Evelyn Woodhead speed reading course, so just a few moments for me.
A couple minutes, no problem. Random Texter says, good afternoon, gentlemen. You guys read that Cam Newton is in the Cleveland Browns sights for next quarterback. I find that a hilarious way to tank. Joe the Show has been texting. He's on fire about the Deshaun Watson thing. And he says his conspiracy theory is that the Texans paid for those women to provide happy endings for Deshaun. They were hired to help when Deshaun wanted out. Well, here's the thing. That's a stupid conspiracy. But the better conspiracy is what I think did happen. The owner living in the same neighborhood as the lawyer who's going after the Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I'm sure they had a conversation. I about guarantee you they did. But it was once you start peeling the onion, he probably said, hey, there's this gal, you might want to talk to her. And then all these ladies come out of the woodwork. So it's not like he didn't do it, Joe the Show. It's just a matter of he got told on by his own peeps. That's how this whole thing went. So your conspiracy theory is sort of correct, I believe, as far as how this whole thing started. But the truth of the matter is, if you look into the eyes of some of these women as they tell the story about what happened to them, some very believable women. Are some of them in there for the gravy train? Yeah, I would bet there are. I would bet there are some shady women in that 30. But the interviews that I've seen, the conversations I've seen, yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta go on their side. I maybe not all these women, but enough to where he should have a substantial punishment. And I thought for sure criminally. Okay, so Texas, because Texas sucks, let him off the hook like they do every other football player. Doesn't mean he didn't do it. And he's going to get really slaughtered. It will be the civil court. So sometimes that's the only place you can find your justice. So you got to read the whole story, Joe.
And that's before we even get to some of the Instagram messages of him apologizing to certain.
Yeah. What was he apologizing for, Joe?
It doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good.
Fed fan says, "Don't worry, Jet. I have no desire to write a 500-word essay. Enjoy the gift card." What makes you think you would have won? I was thinking about this before we did the show today, and I was just like, "What if it was me?" I'm like, man, I'm not even helping kids with math homework. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't want to do any of my own. I don't know. I've done that, but hey, this was Randy's idea. Blame him. Baker's Cocky Hen says, "Does the essay need to be formatted well, or just be awesome and well written?" Just be awesome and well written. We're not going after punctuation. We know you guys better than that. That we wouldn't have a winner. He says, "I plan to claim this prize like I did my blender for the fantasy league." Check. What? Oh, it won't be a big one like that one. Yeah, no, this is just a card you get. Number one Rattlers fan says, "Are we able to use voice text for the essay?" No, you can't text it in. It has to go to email. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com.
So unless your voice text does email, like if you use it on your email app instead of your text app, that would be your best shot there.
The Jet says, "I hand wrote an essay one time. That bastard didn't write me back." Okay. Okay. So I want to keep talking football, though.
We're talking football.
I don't think that's what that song is.
No,
I don't think so. So this is not going to happen. I have something for you that is not going to happen. Headline.
Deshaun Watson getting suspended. It's not going to happen.
Lord, he'll be, but it'll be so short that there's going to be an outcry. Packers can overtake Bears as NFL's all-time winningest franchise in week 2.
You're saying that's not going to happen?
Not in week 2. They can in week 2, but I do not believe they will.
Why?
They'll beat the Vikings and the Bears to do that.
And
I don't think they're going to beat the Vikings.
That seems very plausible. I mean, they've beaten the Vikings.
You don't think that the Green Bay Packers will beat the Minnesota Vikings?
They will beat the Bears. I do not think they'll beat the Vikings. That is my prediction right here, right now. And why
is that? Give us
they don't have Devontae Adams.
I don't think that that's going to limit them that much when it comes to playing the Vikings. I would say I actually think the Vikings are going to be better this year. And so if I were to pick against the Packers, that would be the reason why, that Kevin O'Connell is coming in and, he was the one that was using Cooper Kupp in all of these insanely creative ways, moving him all over the field. And then he just realized he had Justin Jefferson and he's doing that with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. So I think the Vikings will win this game. I think it's going to be a hell of an adjustment for Aaron Rodgers without Devontae Adams. And I'm just saying, and also, Aaron Rodgers had a weird offseason so far. I'm just saying I don't think he's coming back right. You know what I mean?
Weirder than the offseason before? Because that one was weird too.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I'm just saying. And Donnie is probably now putting posters of me up in his room because I just said the Vikings are going to win. Pump your brakes. I don't think they're going to be great this year, but I think that the Vikings will win that game. Paula 51 says, "Here's my essay. The Raiders." It's not your essay, and it does not count unless you email, and it's going to be 500 words.
The Raiders.
It's 2 really fun words to say.
not that essay sheet, Skull, although that is a hilarious gif. Number one Rattlers fan says, "You need to read it more clearly early. I'm asking if we could use voice to text." Well, yeah, I don't care how you write the essay as long as it gets sent in to the email. Blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Hefty Lefty says, I nominate FedFan for the gift card due to her selfless act of allowing the rest of us to try. That defeats the purpose, Hefty. And no, that's not how this works.
You cannot give the gift card to the one person that did not write an essay. That's you just what?
You people are, is this like, let's not make sense Wednesday? Boomer Sooner's mad, saying that we got it in for Baker Mayfield just because he's a Boomer Sooner. He says, Baker, if he'd gone to a different school, you guys would have been off his back already. No. Can I be honest? I never think about where he went to school. I just think about where he was horrible, and his commercials are horrible, and his face is horrible. I don't like him. Baker Mayfield, he's going to quietly go off into that great good night in his time with the Carolina Panthers, whether he starts or not. Okay.
I think if he starts, he'll be pretty good. That's my opinion on it. But Boomer Sooner, you understand how hard it is for me to say that. So, and I'm still saying.
Yeah. I don't care what school he went to, Boomer. I don't care. The Jet says, yeah, let's talk football. And the reason why Hefty Lefty knows what a fleshlight is, really, Hefty. Well, what do you think?
Wow.
He says, yeah, what do you think he does with that left hand? Okay, that's just, we're going to stop.
That's so much worse.
FedFan says Hefty is a wise man. No, he's not. No.
Hefty? Who said this?
FedFan. Hefty Lefty says MLA or ALA format for the essay. Email. And 500 words. After that, I don't care.
You don't need to cite any sources. The source is your brain.
Yeah.
Ookla, yes, it has to be more 500 different words. You can't just write blender 500 times. I mean, go ahead and do it. You'll lose.
And this is why I wanted essays right here. My plan is working.
What? There was a plan? Vala 51 says, can we just pick any essay to write, or do you have a list of inmates to choose from? Come on, Vala. That's horrible. No, it's got to be about the Daily Blender, and that's all. That's all you got to do. Baker's Cocky Hen says, if he does it with voice text and it ends up as bad as half the text he sends in, boy, you're going to have to read that one on air. Yeah, no, I don't know. We may read some of these on air. Yeah, so thank God it's time for a break. All right, when we come back, we've got the Wheel of Sports and on this date in Big Georgia sports history. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Come on, we're going to be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much. And after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs, you're going to need it.
Barbecue ribs? I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Step up to the tee and take a swing at betting the PGA Tour on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Hi, Randy here from the Daily Blender. And right now, new customers can bet the tour with a no-sweat first bet. If you don't win, don't worry. You'll get up to $1,000 back in free bets. There's always great promotions going on. The opportunities for you to make even more money with Same Game Parlay and Same Game Parlay Plus. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using the promo code Randy1580 to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. FanDuel Sportsbook, official betting operator of the PGA Tour. Promo code is Randy1580. You must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Hey guys, the Royal Management Team has gathered you here in Yield Conference Room to announce that thanks to all your hard work, the granary has enjoyed record profits this year. Nice. That said, there still isn't room in the budget for raises, but we will be providing gift cards to Grimwald's Tavern. I'm sorry, I've been informed they are actually coupons, not gift cards.
Throughout history, people have always been underpaid. That's why Monster lets you search jobs by salary. Find your job at monster.com or download the app.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more. Or stream us live anywhere at 1580thefanatic.com. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
That was a shorter break than normal. Is it just my imagination?
No. We had a spot not go off.
Oh, all right. So we're on live now?
That is correct.
Randy's not back yet. I don't want to start without Randy. I like how you're cranking up the music going, God, I hope this is more than 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, I took a little peek over. Yeah, okay.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Hefty Lefty sent in an email, and it does not qualify to just type 500 words. That's all he put, those 500 and words. It's not a 500-word essay when you only put the number 500 and words next to it. That's not going to cut it.
Because your word counter is going to tell you that is
two words. And I might just completely disqualify Hefty Lefty now. Not sure. Big George says, for the essay, does the bibliography need to follow the Chicago Manual of Style? Yeah, okay, sure.
There's no bibliography. The source is your brain.
It's quicker to just say yes.
Okay, that's fair. You know what? That's true.
Because none of these knuckleheads are going to do that anyway. So boy. 888-368-1580. And yes, we are talking about the 500 word or more essay. That's nothing. It's nothing. 500 words is nothing. And that you can you send in an entry, blender at 1580thefanatic.com. Just an essay about the Daily Blender. Love it. Hate it. I want to change it. You want to talk about a personal experience. You want to talk about your history with us, that sort of thing. Whatever it is, 500 words or more. And the best essay will get the $100 gift card to Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. All right. The Jet says, I'm showing homes out in Waddell right now. Lucky. He says, okay. I don't want to get into that right now, Jet, but that's going to change. 888-368-1580. Well, I'm tired of telling people that this signal right now is not its full strength yet. And there has been some red tape, some bureaucratic BS that has stopped us from doing what we need to do, but we're getting closer. So
at least we had to move from a building where we could power up. When the old building we were at, if we powered up, the damn building started on fire. And that's
not
no
lying.
joke. That's a damn truth.
I have pictures.
Oh my God. They turn the damn power up. The building starts going on fire.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you might not be doing great in Waddell, but Big George says that he was driving home to Carlsbad from Mesa, and he was on Interstate 8 between Gila Bend and Casa Grande, and it was coming in great. So trust me, this thing is going to be bonkers when it's full power. That's all I'm going to say.
Bonkers.
I don't even want to get bogged down in this or talk about it till it happens, because it's taken way longer than it should, not because of us, because of things out of our control. So that's all I'm going to say. So when you say you're showing homes in Waddell, Jet, you mean double wide, single wides? What do you?
It's a great community out in Waddell.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great little community out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but with portable houses, they go gone.
No, they're not portable houses out there. They have some beautiful neighborhoods out there.
What happened to the house? Well, there's some wind. We now live over there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1937, Don Budge of Oakland, California, staged one of the most remarkable comebacks in tennis history, Fed fan, defeating Baron Gottfried von Kram of Nazi Germany 8-6 in the final set of the Davis Cup semifinals at Wimbledon, and thus enabling the United States to beat England the next week in the finals. That's right. Unser Baron Gottfried von Kram couldn't cram it. Budge was down 2 sets to love and 4-1 before winning the final set on the 6th match point there. So, yes, anytime the Nazis lose, that's a good day in sports history.
It is. Yes, it is. I agree.
And, Fed fan getting a little tennis. She's probably already tuned out, but still, we tried. So there you go. Thank you, George. 888-368-1580. Bala 51 says, hope you still have your Orphan Annie secret decoder ring for my essay. No, you just typing gibberish and saying I need a decoder ring. Sorry, you will lose. You will lose.
That's a DQ.
It's
we do have to understand it.
Now you make me hungry for Dairy Queen. Melissa Les says, knuckleheads. I represent that statement. By the way, does the blender have a new email address to send the essays? God damn you, Blissful Hayes. You know very well.
You know what you're doing.
Blender at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
Or this
Blender
essay.
at 1580thefanatic.com for fantasy football.
Or this essay. I mean, you could use it for both. Can you fix that, please, Randy?
Please.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, these guys must be unvaxxed if they don't get the signal directly transmitted to them. I got 5G and Blender reception improvement side effects when I got mine. It's true. It's true. I got a few channels at HBO now I didn't used to get.
Oh.
And my penis got huge. Everybody should get vaccinated.
I think that was always the reason, though. It's always big like that, wasn't it?
I'm just trying to help.
Oh.
Kyle G says, took my wife to Kasai this past week. Had a blast with our chef, Rudy. It is well worth your time to bang out 500 words, fourth dimension. See, there you go, Kyle G. He's testifying some truth at you guys. Fed fan says, tennis, yay. Thank you, Big George. He says, wait a second. Jet owns 3 Chipotles and is also a realtor? Yeah, I'm kind of calling BS on him owning 3 Chipotles now. He was just screwing with us yesterday, I think. Random texter says, hey, watch the comments about Waddell, please. Raven Kid and I live in Waddell, along with Mrs. Random Texter and Bama Girl. It's a nice, quiet place, and all houses are not portable, including ours. Thank you, Jeffrey.
You didn't take that personally at all.
I'm just gonna let it.
3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna be kind.
Okay.
Every now and then, so I don't feel like a monster, I let one go. Hefty Lefty says it's fantasy football time. Getting close. So but we're not quite there yet. All right. So what are we doing here? Should we just
it's time for the wheel of sports.
Hells yeah, spin that wheel, Randy.
Every time we spin the wheel, another topic comes up and we take it like it is.
Randomly. Okay. It's weird. Somebody brought up getting vaccinated and getting better signal. I guess Andrew Wiggins, he got vaccinated. And then he got a championship out of it, and he got on the All-Star team. But he says he still regrets that decision. He says, I did it, and I was an All-Star this year and a champion. That was a good part. Just, not missing out on the year. Best career year I've had. He said, but for my body, I don't like putting stuff in my body. I didn't like that. I didn't like that it wasn't my choice. I didn't like it was either get this or don't play. I can understand that. And, listen, I don't like taking any, I take some vitamins, cause my wife lets me eat stuff I want to eat if I take my vitamins. You know what I mean? Like that's offsetting all the horrible crap I put in my body, but okay. Listen, I got vaccinated. Just, I was like, yeah, I don't know what's all in this thing. I don't know what all this is. Who knows? But, the not dying part trumped the idea of what might be in the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, here's hoping, rolling the dice. It's a roll of the dice either way you go. And for Andrew Wiggins, he looked at this and he's like, I want to play and I want to earn and I want to do what I'm doing more than I want to die on that hill. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, he made the right decision, for whatever reason, but I understand how he feels. I understand that.
I get it, but I
didn't take a flu shot until I met my wife.
Well, that's wow.
Can I just say, holy crap, I had the flu a lot. I don't think I've had the flu since. I did get the COVID though. Holy crap.
Yeah, I almost never get the flu. I get the flu shot all the time. But I do think that when it comes to, people are playing a sport together and we're talking about a virus that can be spread through the air, it's going to be someone's choice taken away one way or the other. Either the people who have to play with you now have to play with somebody who's going to be carrying a virus they don't want, or
hi guys,
someone's got to take a vaccine they don't want. But I don't think that there's a middle ground. Someone's got to lose. And I think that the league was like, yeah, the people who don't want to get vaccinated just don't play. That's an easier way to do it.
I do understand both sides. I'm going to err on the side of science and doctors, and that doesn't mean, who knows, 5 years from now we're going to be like, oh, Kyrie was right. We're gonna, and what, the Earth is flat too? Oh my God, could happen. But back to the vaccine thing. I respect that Andrew Wiggins says that, but in the grand scheme of things in life, I'm going to bank on it being better for him anyway. Go ahead and spin that wheel, Randy. Last Optimist says, Waddell's just fortunate Arizona doesn't see any tornadoes. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. So here's this one. Fox, Fox, they have those promo packages, Randy. You worked in TV. Promo packages where you see the skyline of a city and then a thing, and you see the players, and then a logo flies in.
Yeah.
So they had a game between the Red Sox and the Yankees the other day.
Yes.
And during the telecast, this graphic came up. The skyline, it was, it's like a drone shot looking down in the city, and they like, oh, there's a good place to put the logo. There's a good space. Except for, do you recognize that spot?
No. Mm-mm.
That's Ground Zero.
Oh, jeez.
They dropped the logo and the baseball salute to America, or whatever that is, and they put it right on the giant scar that was the World Trade Centers.
Oh,
yeah, the new memorials that they've made there.
Oh my God.
That's where they put that logo. To be clear, this is a memorial with the names of the people who were on the plane, in the tower, the first responders that showed up. That's where the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees logo and Fox Baseball Night in America logo is. I just can't believe they did that.
Okay, so I can tell you from behind the scenes, either some a producer who doesn't know his beans from anything, or her, whoever, he or she, whatever it was, that got in there. Oh, you know what? This would be really cool if we put those graphics right on the Ground Zero. Oh, that's put them there. Put them there. And so poor graphic guy is like, this is not a good idea. Oh no, put them there. This is going to be award winning.
Or the director's sitting there, and the minute that pops up, his eyes get big. He goes, get that intern Ahmed in here real quick. What the hell just happened here? That could. We should have never let him in graphics.
It was not the graphic artist's decision. There was a producer somewhere who thought this was a brilliant. I can guarantee it. Who thought this was a brilliant idea.
Here's what Fox said. They said, during the telecast, we used poor judgment on the use of a graphic. We sincerely apologize and regret that decision.
I'm telling you,
someone's getting fired
because it was a live shot. It wasn't just a still image. It was a live shot, and
so it's just accidental.
Yeah, they CG'd the
Yankees some and producer on the truck thought this was a great idea.
So I think Randy's right, because it was a drone shot, but it was live.
This is what we're gonna do, guys. And I can hear the production meetings now. And the poor graphic guy's like, "Don't do it. This is a bad idea." Oh, shut up! You're being Eeyore. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be fantastic.
The director said, "I swore to Allah that this was gonna be okay. I had no idea this was." I'm so sorry. Baker Hockey Hen says, "What size font is too obnoxious for the essay? We will let you know if you lose." Hefty Lefty says, Kyrie's going to be insufferable if it does happen that the vaccine did end up messing with people later. Bala 51 says, if it wasn't a Red Sox logo, they would have been fine with it. Big George, you're welcome. Cabana says, can I send my me with 500 essays? No, stop it. The Hispanic essay name joke is really. It was done after the first one, and even then, it was like,
it was, and then we got 4 more.
Come on, all right, Randy, spin the wheel. Oh yeah, I found a graphic of the guy who decided to impose the Red Sox Yankees logo over Ground Zero. There it is, right there. It's that guy right there.
That's him.
And that
was heaven.
And that is why we need a TV show, ladies and gentlemen. Where, if you're listening, people who give out TV shows, we're ready.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready,
I
we're
think
ready.
so. Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, did the logos fit nicely in the squares?
They did.
It was a beautiful job. Yeah.
It was an inside job.
Oh my God. And that's how we're going to end on Wednesday.
It was an inside job, I swear.
Oh my gosh.
Every day this week we have ended in some way.
Oh my God. That's wow.
And with that, we will see you guys tomorrow at 3:00.
Yeah.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Maybe.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?